बार फिर से इन्फिनिटी लर्न जेई चैनल पे आज हम आप सबके लिए लाए हैं पेपर 2 डिस्कशन जेई एडवांस जो कल हुआ। काफी बच्चे यहाँ पे मेरे को पहले चैट में बताओ कितने बच्चे यहाँ पे हो जिन्होंने कल ही पेपर लिखा है। हाउ मेनी जेई एडवांस्ड जानना चाहते हो, आपके कैसे स्कोर्स आने वाले हैं, वो सारी चीजें आज के सेशन में डिस्कस होंगी। हर एक क्वेश्चन का डिटेल्ड सॉल्यूशन आपको मिलने वाला है, सिर्फ सॉल्यूशन की नहीं। मतलब ये सेशन सिर्फ उन बच्चों के लिए नहीं है जिन्होंने एडवांस दिया है। ऑफ कोर्स आपके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, आपको जानना है कि आपका कितना स्कोर आ रहा है, लेकिन उन सब बच्चों के लिए भी है जो अभी अगले साल या उसके बाद वाले साल आप देना चाहते हो। तो पूरे सेशन में हम लोग फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथ्स सबके हर एक क्वेश्चन डिस्कशन करेंगे। शुरुआत करेंगे हम थोड़ा सा एनालिसिस लेके। कुछ बच्चे हमारे सुबह का पेपर 1 का भी आपने सोल्यूशन देखा हुआ होगा, उसका लिंक हम लोग डाल देंगे डिस्क्रिप्शन में। लेकिन चलो थोड़ा सा शुरुआत करते हैं अबाउट कि पेपर जो गया जेई एडवांस का, पेपर 1 पेपर 2 मिला के कौन से सेक्शन से कितने क्वेश्चंस आए, कौन से सेक्शन का वेटेज हाई था, हम लोग एक्सपेक्टेड कट ऑफ कहां पे रख रहे हैं। क्योंकि मेरे को पता है वो बहुत लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि सर इस साल ऑब्वियसली नंबर ऑफ कैंडिडेट्स बढ़ गए, 1.9 लाख पहुंच गया, तो क्या कट ऑफ बढ़ेगा तो कितना बढ़ेगा। वो सारी चीजें थ्रू आउट दिस सेशन हम लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा करके आपको बताते रहेंगे जैसे जैसे हम सॉल्यूशंस करते रहे। तो पहले चलिए थोड़ा सा बेसिक एनालिसिस लेके शुरू करते हैं यहां पे। तो सबसे पहली चीज तो आप सबको बता देते हैं, ऑब्वियसली आप यहां पे आए हो इन्फिनिटी लर्न जेई चैनल पे, तो आपको पता होगा कि वी आर इन्फिनिटी लर्न बाय श्री चैतन्य, द ओनली इंस्टीट्यूट इन हिस्ट्री जिसने सेम ईयर में जेई मेंस, जेई एडवांस्ड एंड नीट में AIR 1 लाया है। और लास्ट ईयर इट्स नॉट जस्ट AIR 1, आप देखो हमारा जेई एडवांस्ड रिजल्ट, जेई एडवांस्ड 1, 2, 3, 4 एंड 7, 5 रैंक्स इन टॉप 10 इन जेई एडवांस्ड लास्ट ईयर। इस साल भी वही हिस्ट्री रिपीट होने वाली है। आप हमारे साथ यहां पे जुड़ जाओ, सब्सक्राइब रहो और देखते रहो कैसे हम फिर से हिस्ट्री को रिपीट करते हैं। तो ये सारे डिटेल्स आपको और भी विस्तार में मिलते रहेंगे, नीचे वेबसाइट का डिस्क्रिप्शन एंड लिंक सब दिया हुआ है, वहां पे जा सकते हो। लेकिन चलो मेरे को पता है थोड़ा और आप लोग को डेटा चाहिए, सर आप एग्जाम को लेके बात करो। आते हैं थोड़ा सा हमारे मेंस वाले का भी बात कर लेते हैं। मेंस में ऑब्वियसली आप देखो वी हैव सो मेनी रैंक्स इन द टॉप 100 फ्रॉम श्री चैतन्य। और कौन इंस्टीट्यूट ऐसे क्लेम करेगा कि इतने रैंक है हमारे पास फ्रॉम टॉप 100? सो वंस अगेन
ओपन कैटेगरी के,
हाँ ओपन कैटेगरी। बाय द वे यस, बशीर सर वुड यू लाइक टू आल्सो जॉइन अस हियर?
हाय सर।
बशीर सर, हेलो सर।
हाय सर।
बशीर सर ने बहुत सही पॉइंट किया कि दिस इज ऑल ओपन कैटेगरी। ऐसा नहीं कि रिजर्वेशन भी यहां पे लगा रहे, दिस इज ऑल ओपन कैटेगरी एंड ऑल फ्रॉम श्री चैतन्य नाउ जेईई मींस। तो चलिए सर शुरू करते हैं एनालिसिस लेके डायरेक्टली स्टूडेंट्स।
हाय बच्चों, हाय दिस इज बशीर, मैथ फैकल्टी फॉर IIT JEE। सो सर इधर है फिजिक्स के, केमिस्ट्री सर भी ज्वाइन करेंगे। आजकल 2024 पेपर 1 का डिस्कशन तो हुआ मॉर्निंग, पेपर 2 डिस्कशन हम करने जा रहे हैं। अब देखते हैं तो
थोड़ा एनालिसिस कर लेते हैं।
सर कर लेते हैं सर। हाँ सर।
सबसे पहली चीज आप देखो ये क्लास वाइज, क्लास 11 से क्लास 12 से कितने क्वेश्चंस आए, क्योंकि बहुत बच्चे क्लास 12 वाला ज्यादा हेवीली सोचते हैं, बहुत हेवी वेटेज आता है, तो उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा देखते हैं। तो सर मैं फिजिक्स को लेकर पहले थोड़ा सा बता देता हूं। फिजिक्स में आप देखो क्लास 11 से 18 और क्लास 12 से 16 नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इज एक्चुअली लेस फ्रॉम क्लास 12। इवन तो आपको पता है क्लास 12 में रे ऑप्टिक्स, करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन, हाई वेटेज, मॉडर्न फिजिक्स, हाई वेटेज चैप्टर्स क्लास 12 में है, लेकिन उससे एक्चुअली क्वेश्चंस कम आए हैं। इवन मार्क्स आप देखो उधर का 64, इधर का 56। तो वो जो एक मिथ है ना कि 12 पढ़ के जाएंगे तो हो जाएगा मेरा, सिर्फ मैं 11 में सीरियस नहीं होता हूं, 12 में देखो वेटेज उसका ज्यादा है। ठीक है सर, आप मैथ्स लेके बता सकते हो।
हाँ सर, मैथ स्पेशली पेपर 2 अगर हम देखते हैं तो मैथ में 11 क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम 11th ग्रेड एंड इसी 23 क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम 12th ग्रेड। ये 12th ग्रेड माने जो है मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट यू कैन सी पैराबोला, एलिप्स के क्वेश्चन 2 मिले हैं, और यहाँ पे परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशंस, इसके बाद हम देखते हैं कैलकुलस के क्वेश्चंस। और इंटरेस्टिंगली दिस टाइम रिलेशंस जो हैं, रिलेशंस टॉपिक से पैराग्राफ क्वेश्चन ही दिया गया combined with permutations combinations. It's a really first time we didn't expect such a higher order question, that means permutation combination combined with relations.
हाँ सर।
So इधर 12th grade का क्वेश्चन के थोड़ा वेटेज तो बहुत ज़्यादा है, और यहाँ पे देख सकते तो 6 क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम 12th ग्रेड है,
डबल से भी ज्यादा है
हाँ
क्वेश्चंस
सर,
इन
हाँ सर।
क्लास 12।
लेकिन वन पॉइंट मैं बता सकता कि मैथ पेपर तो कंपैरेटिवली थोड़ा सा इजी है लास्ट ईयर से, और 2022-23 पेपर से कंपेयर करेंगे तो इजी है। जो बच्चा मेंस में 99 परसेंटाइल 99.5 परसेंटाइल लेता है उसके लिए आराम से मैथ में 75% तक इजी से अटेम्प्ट कर सकता अगर वो टाइम रखता है तो एग्जाम में। सो वी कैन से डेफिनेटली मैथ पार्ट इज कंपैरेटिवली इजी।
और लेंथ के वाइज क्या होती है, क्योंकि जनरली मैथ्स पेपर लेंथी भी होता है।
हाँ
तो
सर। मैं ये भी बता सकता हूँ कि मेंस के क्वेश्चन कभी ज्यादा लेंथी है एडवांस से भी। सो इस बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस क्लियर कट है, 1 और 2 कॉन्सेप्ट कंबाइंड है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन तो वेरी क्लियर है। बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हम 2 मिनट्स 2.5 मिनट्स में भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसे क्वेश्चन मैथ में आए हैं। सो अब इन ए वे बीइंग ए मैथ फैकल्टी आई एम हैप्पी बिकॉज माय स्टूडेंट्स विल राइट वेल, बट एट द सेम टाइम आई एक्सपेक्टेड मैथ पेपर टू बी लिटिल मोर टफर।
सर वो मनोकामना हम फिजिक्स वालों की पूरी हो गई है, बिकॉज फिजिक्स पेपर इज अ लिटिल टफर देन 2023, लेकिन 2022 का भी थोड़ा इससे ऊपर था आई वुड कंसिडर। लेकिन फिजिक्स में जो एक चीज हुआ है जो ओकेजनली एडवांस में होता है, द लैंग्वेज इज कंफ्यूजिंग, मतलब फिगरिंग आउट व्हाट दे हैव आस्क्ड, क्वेश्चन में पूछा क्या गया है वो जानना इज बिकमिंग अ बिट मोर चैलेंजिंग देन सॉल्विंग द एक्चुअल क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन छोटे हैं, सॉल्व हो जाएंगे, समझने में आपको टाइम लगे कि बताया क्या गया है क्वेश्चन।
हाँ सर, स्टूडेंट्स भी यही बताए थे कि फिजिक्स में क्वेश्चन समझना थोड़ा दिक्कत हो रहा है, सॉल्विंग करना तो इजी है, वंस वी अंडरस्टैंड द क्वेश्चन वी आर एबल टू क्रैक द क्वेश्चन, दैट्स व्हाट स्टूडेंट फेल्ट। इवन IIT Madras conduct किया है this year, so we too thought math paper will definitely be little more harder, but interestingly whenever IIT Madras conducted the paper was math paper relatively tougher, but this year we got comfortable paper। आए हैं हमारे सरफराज सर, हाय सर, हाय सर, so आधा स्क्रीन सर ले लिए सर, नो प्रॉब्लम। हाँ सर, केमिस्ट्री, सो केमिस्ट्री पेपर है आपका 11th 12th।
So chemistry paper was purely moderate, dear students. Chemistry एकदम moderate था, chemistry was moderate, but the thing is there are two type of students, sir. One students are those who prepare maths, physics, chemistry, everything properly, correct? Another set of students are there, they say sir my physical chemistry I like, some say I don't like organic, some say they like organic. So if there are such students who say my organic I don't like or this I don't like, for them this paper was hard, sir. Okay. Because in chemistry, organic chemistry has became rate determining step. That means the decider for rank it has become, sir. Because organic chemistry heavy it came.
Okay.
And proudly I am telling online in front of every student, on record I am telling, at Infinity Learn my students who appeared for advance, no student has issue with organic chemistry because I have given exclusively extra time to them, lot of practice, and believe it or not, if you see Infinity Learn videos and compare with advance, our Infinity Learn level is very standard, very tough, very beautiful. If any student who have solved our Infinity Learn test series, sir, guaranteed he will get below 1000 rank, there is no doubt in that, sir.
Wonderful, sir.
But if he has not done and taken for granted, let it be student or whatever it is, anyone, then the rank may cross about 1000 it may go, sir.
सर इसके बाद सर यस ओके फाइन।
तो चलो स्टूडेंट अगला वाला देखते हैं, थोड़ा हम डिटेल एनालिसिस करते हैं। ये तो क्लास वाइज हमने अभी अभी जो देखा उसी को ग्राफ फॉर्म में।
हाँ, दिस इज नथिंग बट जस्ट आई विल टेल टू स्टूडेंट्स, दिस इज क्लास 11 17 क्वेश्चन, क्लास 12 17 क्वेश्चन, दिस इज केमिस्ट्री, सेम थिंग मैथमेटिक्स, क्लास 11 11 क्वेश्चंस, और 11 lucky number, and this is 12 and 23 questions, and Anirudh sir physics।
हाँ, ये सर आपका हमारा वही दिखा रहे थे कि फिजिक्स में तो चलो थोड़ा सा डिस्पैरिटी है, केमिस्ट्री एकदम बराबर है, मैथ्स में काफी अलग है।
सेकंड ईयर सर बशीर सर सेकंड ईयर का वेटेज बहुत हाई है सर, ऑलवेज
नहीं दिस ईयर जनरली सेकंड ईयर वेटेज ज्यादा ही रहता
ओके
कंपैरेटिवली, सो दिस ईयर भी थोड़ा ज्यादा है।
Okay. So this is a lesson to those students who are for 12th grade.
Sir, I think some students are asking 130 marks पे क्या आएगा? देखो based on this thing पिछले साल तक तो we would say कि 130 में आपका 5000 के बिलो आ जाएगा, अराउंड 130 के अराउंड, बट अभी वी बिलीव कि थोड़ा सा कट ऑफ ऊपर पुश हो सकता है. आप 130 बहुत जाएगा नहीं क्योंकि उधर पे है, तो 135 140 तक में भी जा सकता है.
We can expect around 130 माने we can expect around 5000 rank definitely 130.
क्वालिफाइंग रैंक तो आ जाता सर.
हाँ सर, qualifying is fine. Rank आता है 90 marks are enough. Qualifying mark 90 100.
We can
is
say
enough.
that the student will get
Yes, sir.
some good IITs, but we cannot say where and which. But he may not get top IITs.
Yes, sir.
Like and top courses he may not get. That is for sure.
और someone is saying 200 में आप ऑलमोस्ट 1000 रैंक पे पहुंच जाओगे. जनरली 200 पे 1000 तक पहुंच जाते हैं, लेकिन अगेन बिकॉज कट ऑफ हो सकता है थोड़ा पुश हो, वो 205 210 तक जा सकता है.
हम ये कह सकते हैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली बेस्ड अपॉन लास्ट ईयर का एनालिसिस, बट द स्टूडेंट हु हैज स्कोर्ड द हाईएस्ट मार्क्स फ्रॉम देयर कट ऑफ स्टार्ट्स फॉलिंग डाउन. तो उसके लिए 200 के लिए आपको बहुत अच्छा रैंक आने वाला है. यू आर गोइंग टू गेट वेरी गुड रैंक, बट let us say between somewhere between 1000 to 500 safe side we can say.
1000 के अराउंड
1000 to 1500 के बीच में आपका रैंक आने वाला है.
स्टूडेंट्स, आप लोग चाहो तो यहाँ पे हम लोग को पूछ भी सकते हो फॉर द रैंक आपके रफली कितने आ रहे हैं. हम लोग जैसे जैसे पेपर सॉल्व करते जाएंगे आपको भी बेटर आइडिया लगेगा कि आप कितना स्कोर कर रहे हो, और आप उसको चैट में डालो. हम सब वी विल ट्राई टू टेल यू कि आपका रफली रैंक कहाँ पे आएगा. So make sure you put that in.
And sir, did you inform students that we are going to discuss the paper today?
Yes sir, we will discuss the paper. थोड़ा और एनालिसिस है, थोड़ी सी और चीजें कर लेते हैं. So मेरे को पता है बहुत you all are waiting for it. You all are waiting for the paper solution. थोड़ी सी और चीजें बात कर लेते हैं क्योंकि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है कि कौन से सब्जेक्ट का इजी, मीडियम और डिफिकल्ट लेवल कितना आया. तो यहां पे मैं से फिजिक्स से स्टार्ट करता हूं. फिजिक्स में आप देखो इजी लेवल पे 12 क्वेश्चन है, मीडियम पे 16 है. मतलब यहीं पे यू आर कवरिंग ओवर 28 क्वेश्चंस. 28 क्वेश्चंस, 34 में से 28 क्वेश्चंस. और मैंने पहले भी बताया था ये जो सेक्शन है आपका, ये जो आपका सेक्शन रहता है हार्ड वाला, मैंने बताया था इस पे आपको जाना नहीं है. दिस इज ओनली इफ यू आर ट्राइंग टू स्कोर इन द टॉप 500. वहां पे आपको 100 टॉप रैंकर्स, तब गेम आप यहां पे खेलते हो. अब आपका पूरा गेम इस जगह पे रहता है. और देखो अगर मैं इसको भी एवरेज ले लूं, कितने मार्क्स है 42 और यहां पे 57 के अराउंड मार्क्स है. ठीक है, तो उसके बेसिस पे भी अगर आप जाते हो, आई थिंक मार्किंग थोड़ा सी है, उसके बेसिस पे भी आप जाते हो 42 प्लस 57 दैट इज 99. 120 में 99 नंबर यहीं पे है. आप अगर सिर्फ इसका भी निकाल लेते हो, इसका 70% 60% भी निकाल लेते हो, यू गेट इनटू एन आईआईटी सीट. तो ये तो मैं बताऊंगा कि हार्ड क्वेश्चन देखो कितना कम है. और केमिस्ट्री सर एंड दिस
अभी केमिस्ट्री पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू I'll give one simple statement, dear students. You please see very Nakula, Anirudh sir will answer to your question. Please just a moment. So in chemistry, if you see, dear students, easy questions almost like 5. Okay, that is your bonus. So if you solve these 5 questions, that is 18 marks here, and moderate questions. Okay, leave it off. Let us say easy तुम solve नहीं करे और यहाँ से tough भी 10 solve नहीं करे. Imagine, right? Imagine you have solved only 19 questions. You have solved in both the papers. That attends to 68 marks. 68 marks only in chemistry. Imagine you got same marks in maths and physics. Correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
Maths and physics, sir. 68 into 3. Almost you have reached 200 marks. So 200 marks मतलब तुम्हारे को confirm 100% beautiful IIT you are going to get. So this is teaching a tip. This is a lesson to every student in the classroom who are watching, that hard questions are always like an option, right sir?
Yes.
And believe me, dear students, on record I am telling to everyone, never ever IIT all the papers will come tough. Correct, Anirudh sir?
Yes sir.
Bashir sir?
Yes,
Always the questions will be coming like moderate to easy level only. So if you crack, always everyone who are going to attempt the examination, for them specially, focus more on moderate level. That will give you a very beautiful rank without fail. Sir Bashir sir, please,
Yes,
mathematics.
So as far as math is concerned, dear students, you see easy questions are 9, see moderate questions are 13, and difficult questions are 12. See, among all the subjects, if you see, there are more number of difficult questions in math, but I say here these 12 questions are not difficult. Out of 12, I can say at least 5 to 6 questions are just lengthy and time taking. If you could give time, you can answer 5 to 6 questions in this 12. I can say hardly out of P1 and P2 together, we can say around 5 to 6 questions are bit lengthy and tough. Most of math questions are definitely easy, dear students. The next,
तो चलो सर लेट्स मूव अहेड. लेकिन सम स्टूडेंट्स वर आस्किंग फॉर मार्क्स वर्सेस रैंक. तो कंक्षित यू आर आस्किंग 160 पे कहाँ पे? 160 पे यू वुड गो बिलो 3000. बिलो 3000 मतलब you would start getting not CSE but the top streams of the good IITs. तो 160 पे you are at a pretty decent place. आपको बहुत सोचना है टॉप IITs में से टॉप स्ट्रीम मिलेंगे कि नहीं, पीछे के स्ट्रीम. You would get 90 पे प्रताप you would get an IIT seat. मे बी आपका रैंक somewhere around 17-18 के अराउंड आएगा. You would get, and बहुत पीछे के नए वाले IITs में you would get a seat. फ्रंट वाले पे नहीं मिलेगा. 190 पे अगेन नमन you're pretty close to the 1000 रैंक. 1500 के अराउंड आएगा सर 190 के अराउंड पे.
yes sir. 50% of the marks we can expect around 2000 to 2500 around sir.
हाँ सर
50%.
यस. तो भाई 50,000 के वहाँ पे ओबीसी रैंक्स वगैरह थोड़ा हम लोग उसके ऊपर एक अलग सेशन लाएंगे. हम लोग जनरल कैटेगरी का बता रहे हैं.
Yeah.
चलो थोड़ा और एनालिसिस लेके आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो फिजिक्स का हाँ तो सर फिजिक्स का एनालिसिस मैं थोड़ा ये कर देता हूँ. आप देखो मेजॉरिटी पोर्शंस दिस ईयर इन जेईई एडवांस मेजॉरिटी इज मैकेनिक्स. 41%
Oh, mechanics 41%.
यस सर. सबसे ज्यादा द रीजन एक और है. रीजन ये नहीं है कि सिर्फ मैकेनिक्स से आता है. मैकेनिक्स इज सच अ थिंग. फोर्सेस, एसएचएम, ग्रेविटेशन, रोटेशन, सच अ थिंग. सब कुछ के साथ चिपका के आ सकता है. वो इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स के साथ भी चिपक के आ सकता है. यू नो एडवांस्ड में देयर बी मल्टी चैप्टर क्वेश्चंस. So mechanics is such a section which can come with everything. इसीलिए I've said do not leave mechanics. If you leave mechanics, बाकी electricity, magnetism, even if you know them well, you won't be able to solve a question because 80% of the time anything here is paired with this. उसके बाद देखो electricity, magnetism, again these two expected because also sir इसमें ही 7-8 चैप्टर है, इसमें ही 4-5 चैप्टर आ जाते हैं.
Okay.
So that's a big thing. Optics individually technically only 2 chapters but 9%.
9% is a great weightage.
That's a very
Yes,
high
sir.
weightage. Even modern physics.
Modern
very
physics,
easy section.
My ever favorite.
very easy, very scoring.
Yes, sir.
और उसमें 12% from just 3 chapters. तो physics का analysis देखो it is exactly like we predicted. Even units and dimensions का आया है. And units and dimensions के पेपर 1 में भी अगर आपने देखा है सॉल्यूशन, पेपर 2
तो वेरी फर्स्ट टॉपिक है यूनिट्स एंड डायमेंशन. बच्चे कंफर्टेबल फील होते हैं.
yes.
हाँ सर.
एंड बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन आता है. इस साल भी बहुत इजी क्वेश्चन आया है. तो डॉपलर इफेक्ट का भी आया. यू कैन सी वेव्स अगर आपने पेपर 1 देखा है. नहीं तो उसका लिंक यू विल सी इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. चलो थोड़ा और आगे बढ़ते हैं. और कौन कौन है आप लोग अपने स्कोर जो रफ आपके आए हैं अभी तक, यू कैन ऑल्सो पुट इट इन देयर इन द चैट स्टूडेंट्स. एंड मेक श्योर आप इस वीडियो को लाइक कर रहे हो. मेक श्योर यू आर सब्सक्राइबिंग, क्योंकि अगर आपको जो भी रैंक मिलता है इट्स नॉट जस्ट एंडिंग हियर. योर जर्नी इज नॉट एंडिंग हियर. देयर इज अ काउंसलिंग प्रोसीजर.
We are going to guide the students
Yes.
how to take the colleges,
हाँ.
JOSA counseling guidelines,
पूरा the
and
process.
previous students, our students' experiences, their
Exactly.
guidelines, everything we will be sharing with you, dear students.
Yes. So
stay connected with Infinity Learn.
Yes, just subscribe to our channel over there. और फिर से मैं बता रहा हूँ आपका पूरा जोसा काउंसलिंग प्रोसीड्योर जैसा सर ने बताया, वी विल गाइड यू. और जो आप लोग रैंक पूछ रहे हो, जैसे हमारा डेटा क्लियर होगा, एंड वी आर श्री चैतन्य, हमारे बहुत बच्चे दे रहे हैं. सो नो वन हैज मोर डेटा देन अस एट द मोमेंट.
और मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सर, जो बच्चे ड्रॉप लेने चाहते हैं, ऑलरेडी ड्रॉपर्स बैच स्टार्ट हो चुका है. They can go to Infinity Learn platform. So batch is still in process.
Yes.
So they can enroll immediately so that they won't miss any classes.
Yes sir, there all the links are in the
students who
description.
are going for drop, every day is very important. So
course.
so those who are going to take, you can approach Infinity Learn.
चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. सर केमिस्ट्री.
Yes sir.
Sir, chemistry. So chemistry, dear students, chemistry point of view, everybody can see that the winner, there is no winner here, but majority you can see this 23% here and 11% here. That means almost 34% is covered by organic chemistry, right? So physical chemistry is also good amount, but the thing is organic chemistry multi-conceptual questions came. Multi-conceptual means, you know, connected to alcohol, phenol, ethers, acids, aldehyde, ketones, etc. So connectivity problems has come more from organic chemistry, and generally I have seen in my experience कि कुछ बच्चे ऐसा बोलते हैं कि सर organic chemistry is hard. Some say sir organic chemistry is my favorite. So please dear students, point number 1, don't use this word favorite or unfavorite, because here you can see almost beautifully balanced paper is there. Almost roughly we can say, ignoring 4-5%, almost the 3 tracks organic, inorganic, physical has come equally. Okay, right? So therefore, physical you see, like, right, like 39% approximately, this is 35 and this is approximately 27, right? And the paper was overall moderate, ignoring few questions. So the overall paper was moderate according to me. If I have solved moderate questions, getting into IIT is damn easy, very easy, very easy, right? So I will not take more time because practically we will see by discussing the paper. So I invite mathematics sir, please.
Yes, sir.
Put a small input and
Yes,
let
sir.
us start the paper discussion as soon as possible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Fine.
So
Yeah.
dear students, what I'll do, Bashir sir, meanwhile,
Yes, sir.
meanwhile what I will do is, I'll get the chemistry paper ready so that I'll discuss all the questions with the students.
Yes, sir.
So once this analysis is done, dear students, Bashir sir and Anirudh sir and myself, we will be discussing the paper. So be online, stay connected, so that during the discussion we will discuss how the questions are coming and maybe some good tips and tricks also we may give you during the class.
Yes,
so I'll get ready with the paper, sir.
Definitely,
Meanwhile, you please
Yes,
continue the discussion.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah, dear students, as far as math part is concerned, you see the most weightage has taken by integral calculus. So in the second paper also we got definite integration based questions, and you can see here, dear students, after that you can say the more weightage, we can say here probability 14%, and you can say all the other almost balanced matrices and determinants. I used to say in my sessions, matrices, determinants, vectors 3D together is a beautiful combination of topics where you can easily score around 15 to 20% of the questions especially. And one more important, yeah, my dear students, so most important is out of around, we can say 1,90,000 students might have attended yesterday's exam. The student who meet the minimum criteria to score suppose around 10% of marks in all the 3 subjects, 25% in total, would be around 48 to 50,000 will be only. Of those 50,000 students, you see, based on your scores, you are going to get the rank in a comfortable manner, right, dear students? So these are the, so paper pattern you know well. So here in paper 2, single correct, multi correct with partial marks, non-negative integer, and of course paragraph based questions are given. Next, dear students, you know these are the percentiles which you can see here 2023, 22, 21, the percentage of marks, you see 1000 rank, you can see here 60%, 47%, 58% like this. If you want see around 5000 rank, here 42.5 percentage, 31, 40 you can see. If you want 10,000 rank, 35 percentage, 25 percentage and 30 percentage. Definitely this is going to help you to understand what percentage. Now you can say 2024 paper, almost 2023 statistics you can follow. With respect to paper difficulty, 2023 difficulty will definitely help you. So my dear friends, if you get 35%, you can say around 10,000 rank, 42% or 44% will give you 5,000 rank, 60% will give you less than 1000 rank, and 50% you can say 2500 rank. So dear students, so this is going to help you to understand, yes, 267 marks, just compute the percentage my dear friends, it is around 75% you will get a triple digit rank, right dear students? Yeah, so this will definitely help you to understand. Now we'll come to math part to do the questions dear students. So we shall see math part, the questions. I'll try to give the guidelines or some ideas to solve these questions. Shall we do dear students? So number 1, you see it's a simple question, we can say more or less it is a mains level question itself, inverse trigonometry related. You take sin inverse 3/5 as alpha, 2 cos inverse 2/√5 as beta. Sin alpha is going to be 3/5 my dear friends. So you just take tan alpha because it is like tan of a minus b kind of. So tan alpha is going to be 3/4. Similarly, this is cos cos of beta by 2 is going to be 2 by root 5, so that you just find tan of beta by 2, which is 1 by 2, my dear friends. Now from this you try to find tan beta, which is 2 tan beta by 1 minus tan square beta, which is 4 by 3. So now you know tan alpha and tan beta, so you just want tan of alpha minus beta now, which is tan alpha minus tan beta by 1 plus tan alpha tan beta, which is 9 minus 16 minus 7 by 24 is the answer. Option B is the right answer, dear students. Okay, a simple question. The next, you see, this is given. So applications of integration, that is areas. See, we are in first quadrant, and y square less than or equal to 4x indicates the interior part of the parabola y square is equal to 4x. The second one is y square is equal to minus 2 into x minus 6, which is left parabola at 6 comma 0, it is going to be this. So now you try to find the point of intersection of these two. So y square is equal to 4x, 4x is equal to 12 minus 2x, x is equal to 2. So they are going to meet at x is equal to 2. If x is equal to dear minus y square is equal to 8, this is 2 root 2, dear students. This is root 8, you can say, or 2 root 2. Now the third one is given as the straight line. Interestingly, it also passes through the same point 2 root 2, and when you put y is equal to 0, x is 5, at 5 comma 0, this is the straight line third. You see, the first inequation related to the points interior of this parabola, second parabola, and these are towards the origin. This is the feasible region which you need to find the area in first quadrant. Now if you could split it into two parts, this is nothing but integral 0 to 2, the first parabola, that is root of 4x dx, plus this is going to be a right angle triangle where half into base is 3 units into height, this is going to be root 8, my dear friends. Now you can find here 2, so root x integral 2 by 3 into x power 3 by 2, if you apply the limits you will get root 8 plus 3 by 2 into root 8, which is going to be 4 by 3 plus 3 by 2, yeah, into root 8 it is going to be, that is 8 plus 9, 17 by 6 into 2 root 2. So 17 by 6 into 2 root 2, he said the question it has alpha root 2, this is going to be 17 by 3, option B is the right answer. Okay, dear students. Okay, the next, dear students, the third question, you see, limit extends to 0, a limit is given. If you put limit extends to 0 plus, this is 1 power infinity model, 1 power infinity in the sense e power limit g of x into f of x minus 1, that is sin of sin kx plus cos x plus x minus 1. So this is given as e power 6, dear students. Now this is e power limit extends to 0, 2 you can put aside, you can take like sin of sin kx by x into plus x by x will become 1 plus cos x minus 1 by x, this is. Now dear students, I can say here as extends to 0 plus, you can write it as sin kx here into sin kx by x you can write. So as extends to 0, this goes to 1, this becomes k, this is e power 2 into this is k, this is plus 1, and this is, you can write here x square into x, this is minus 1 by 2 into 0 plus 0. So the answer is going to be e power 2 into k plus 1, but this is given as e power 6, so this must be 3, k value is 2, my dear friends, k value is 2. Okay. The next, dear students, you see the third question, so f of x is given like x not equal to 0, x square into sin 1 by x. He is talking about f of x is equal to 0 equation. If this is anyhow 0 at 0, this becomes 0 when sine of pi by x square value is 0, my dear friends. That means pi by x square value must be like n pi, where n is anyhow it must be natural number, it cannot be integer because it is positive. So x square is going to be 1 by n and x must be plus or minus root 1 by n. So x value, my dear friends, x can be 1, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 3, 1 by root 4 and so on it goes. So you can take the number line, suppose this is 0, this is 1, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 3 and so on, this continues up to infinite. So option number 1, he says it has infinitely many solutions in this, but if you take, so all the solutions will start from here to this. If you take a specific 1 by 1 power 10 somewhere here to here, you will get finite only. You start at any point and reach up to 1, you will get finite. He said infinite, so first option is wrong. No solution in 1 by pi. 1 by pi is 1 by 3, but there are certain solutions here, so no solution is also wrong. And he can say this has finite solution from 0 to 1 by 10 power 10. If you take here, if you travel towards 0, you can find infinitely many, but he said false, so this is also wrong, my dear friends. So finally you can say it has, see this has more than 25 solutions in the interval, in the sense, you see in this stage you can take here like, so 1 by pi square to pi, 1 by pi square is less than 1 by root n is less than 1 by pi. So pi square is greater than root n is greater than pi. So pi power 4 is greater than n greater than pi square. Pi square is approximately 9 point something, pi power 4 is 81 point something. So between 81 means 10 to 80, there are around 70 solutions which are more than 25 solutions. So option D is the right answer, dear students. Okay. Then next I can say, in this question, you see S be the set of all ordered pairs alpha comma beta belongs to R cross R. Now x tends to infinity is given. This is a bounded function between -1 to 1. Here you can multiply with x square, and here also you can multiply with x square. As 1 by x square tends to 0, so you can say sin theta by theta, this becomes 1, my dear friends. And moreover, you can write here limit x tends to infinity sin of x square into, you can write here log x base e power alpha by, here you can write x power alpha beta plus 2 into, here you can write, dear student, here you can take like, you just divide, multiply and divide with log x. You can say, so 1 plus log 1 plus, that means say if you take x common here, 1 by x plus 1 minus log x you can write, dear students. Here this part you can rearrange like log 1 plus x by x, no, you can write log of 1 plus x by x whole power beta you can write, and dear students into x power beta you can apply here. So that limit extends to 0, that works, but here limit extends to 1 by x it is, so you cannot take here in this way. So slightly adjust here like, yeah, so 1 by x you want, you just divide with x here, so 1 by x plus 1, so divide with x and multiply with x, so you can write plus log x whole power beta. Now you can take log x common here, so that limit extends to infinity, dear students. Here if you take log x common, sin of x square into log x base e power alpha minus beta by x power alpha beta plus 2 into, this becomes 1 plus log of 1 plus 1 by x by log x whole power beta will be. Here do remember one point, that x tends to infinity. X tends to infinity in the sense, yeah. So this is going to be, this depends on alpha beta plus 2, it must be. So if alpha minus beta value, log x also tends to infinity. If alpha minus beta is negative, this becomes 0. Denominator it is there, this becomes 0. As x tends to infinity, 1 plus this is anyhow going to 0, this is going to be 1. You have to choose alpha and beta such a way that, yeah. So this must, alpha plus beta, alpha beta plus 2 must be positive and alpha minus beta must be negative. Such options you have to choose out of these and you can verify. Okay, dear students. Next, this question is a very standard question. The straight line drawn from the point P1 comma 2 parallel to the line. So how to take? Parallel to this line means DRs you can take these three. Point is P1, 3, 2. You can take like x minus 1 by 1 is equal to y minus 3 by 2 is equal to z minus 2 by 1 you can take. So now let it be lambda, so that the general point becomes lambda, this is 2 lambda plus 3, lambda plus 1, 2 lambda plus 3, this is lambda plus 2. This point intersect this particular plane. Substitute this plane, you are going to get the point, my dear friends. If you substitute here x minus y, that is minus lambda, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, plus 3z means 3 lambda plus 6, this is 6, my dear friends. So you are going to get, this is 2 lambda is equal to minus 2, lambda is minus 1. Okay. So 6 gets cancelled, this is minus 2 lambda, 2 lambda is equal to, you can say 2 lambda is equal to 1. If lambda is equal to 1, you are going to get this point, he named it as q. Q is nothing but, you put lambda is 1, 2, 5, 3. In the same way, you have to find, yeah. So q, another point R also, another straight line which passes through q, this point, and is perpendicular to the plane L1. If it is if a line is perpendicular to the plane, the line's drs are nothing but this plane normal drs, 1 minus 1, 3. So you can take the line like, this is x minus 2 by, you can say 1 is equal to y minus 5 by, you can say minus 1, z minus 3 by, you can say the point is 2, 5, 3, right, 2, 5, 3 by, this is 3. You take it as mu, you try to find the point, you will get the point as 160, my dear friends. Okay. So you will get the point R. Now he is asking us to verify the options, right. So what is this? Your Rajakumar, that is not related to this problem, right. So the length of the line segment PQ root 6, the coordinates of, you see here the centroid of the triangle will be, because you know P, this is Q, this is R, 3 points, this will be 160, my dear friends. So if you could find, you can observe that these two are correct, here these two will become wrong. That's it, simplification based question. Okay. Next, dear students, you see this question, simple A1, B1, C1 are 3 points on xy plane. Suppose that A1, C1, B1, C1 are tangents to the curve. You see this is the parabola that is given y square is equal to 8x. So at the point A1, here B1, two tangents are drawn, both are intersecting on the axis, that is minus 4 comma 0. This is simple, my dear friends, standard question. So how to do? Just take the tangent with some slope m. How to take the tangent to this particular parabola? Y is equal to mx plus a by m. So this tangent is passing through the point minus 4 comma 0. So 4m is equal to 2 by m. So m square is nothing but 1 by 2. So m is plus or minus 1 by root 2. So if m is plus or minus 1 by root 2, what will you get this particular equation, which is m square x minus my plus 2 equal to 0. So m square x will become, you can say here, right, my dear friends, 1 by 2 x minus or plus 1 by root 2 into x plus 2 equal to 0. You can just multiply with 2, my dear friends. X minus or plus root 2 y plus 4 equal to 0. These are the two tangents here, my dear friends. First one is having positive slope, second one is having negative slope. When tangent is given, you can just find the point of contact. You know, if y square is equal to 4ax and the line is like lx plus my plus n equal to 0, point of contact is n by l comma minus n by l. The formula is n by l comma minus 2a m by l. So, n by l will become 4 comma 4 root 2 it is, and it is going to be 4 comma minus 4 root 2 by symmetry. Now, it is very easy to verify the length of the line segment. This is going to be 4 root 3, correct, that A1 B1 length will be OA1 also you can find, OA1 you can find. The length of the line segment A1 B1 will not be 16, will be some other number. Orthocenter in the sense for this triangle, you see already this is isosceles triangle, this is like median. So, this orthocenter, this is nothing but y is equal to 0. Similarly, you try to find a line perpendicular to this passing through this. So, these two will intersect at origin. So, orthocenter is going to be orthocenter. So, the answer is AC, my dear friends. Okay. The next I can say this question, what a simple question, simple functional relation. F of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y stands for f of x is equal to kx. But given f of minus 3 by 5 is 12, so minus 3 by 5 into k is equal to 12 means k must be minus 20, f of x is equal to minus 20x, first observation. Similarly, g of x plus y is equal to g of x into g of y stands for g of x is nothing but some k power x. Given g of minus 1 by 3 is 2, so minus 1 by 3 power x, this is k power minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2, k is equal to 1 by 8. Therefore, you can say g of x is 1 by 8 power x. Now, he is simply asking to compute this, my dear friends, of which 3 white and 6 balls green and the remaining balls are blue, means n minus 9 are blue. Okay. Now, assume that 3 balls are taken, suppose all the balls of particular color are of we can say identical. So, you know, so what is the meaning of this? Given conditional probability, you just apply here. Conditional probability stands for P of this intersection this, that means W1 first ball should be white, that is 3 by n not replaced. Second must be green, that is 6 by n minus 1, and third one must be B3. From the third means in this n minus 9 by n minus 2 by, and what is given? Probability of this W1 is 3 by n into 6 by n minus 1. This is the one. So, this is given as 2 by 9, my dear friends. So, already this particular P of W1 G1 D2 is 2 by 5n is given. So, 2 by 5n by, so 18 by n into n minus 1 is going to be 2 by 9. N got cancelled, 2 also got cancelled. You simply solve this linear equation, you will get n value to be 11, my dear friends. Okay. Next, you see this particular equation, if you take this particular part as same part, even e power pi x, so this part even e power pi x together if you take, you will get sin x plus 2. So, this must be equal to 0, this cannot be 0, even e power pi x cannot be 0. Finally, you are left with x power 2023 plus 2024x plus 2025, this must be 0. Whereas, its derivative you see, my dear friends, 2023 into x power 2022 plus 2024, yeah, is always positive. So this must be a strictly increasing function. A polynomial equation of odd degree will cut the x axis at least once, and strictly increasing means only once. Okay. So my dear friends, so there will be exactly one solution for this particular equation. Then it is a direct question, my dear friends, simple. You just compute 2p bar plus q bar. So p bar is given, q bar is given. So alpha into 2p bar means 4 plus 1 5, this is 2 minus 1 1, this is 6 plus 1 7, plus beta into p bar minus 2q bar, 2 minus 2 0, you can write 1 minus of minus 2 means 3, this is 3 minus 2 1, plus gamma into p cross q you find and equate it to 2 1, this is 15 10 6, equate it to 15 10 6. You will get 3 equations in 3 variables. You just solve, you will get gamma value to be 2, my dear friends. Okay. Next, dear students, this is another question related to parabola x square is equal to minus 4ay. So which is going to be, so minus 4ay will be a down parabola. So a is positive, L be the line passing through the point 0 comma minus alpha, okay, and parallel to the directrix of the parabola, that means horizontal line, and cuts the parabola at 2 points A and B. So this is the line, it is passing through the point 0 comma minus alpha, my dear friends. Okay. So you can take this line as y is equal to minus alpha. Try to solve these two equations directly. X square is equal to 4a alpha, my dear friends. So x is going to be 2a root alpha. Next he said, yeah, so normal with slope 1 by 6 is drawn from the point 0 comma minus alpha. So how to take the normal equation, my dear friends? To this kind of parabola, normal equation y is equal to mx minus 2a minus a by m square. This is the formula to find the normal. This is passing through the point 0 comma minus alpha. Substitute here. So you will get x0 minus alpha is equal to minus 2a minus a by m square. A, this is also given, from which you can find alpha value, my dear friends, in terms of alpha. After that, once you find alpha value in terms of this, the length of the lattice rectum is nothing but y square is equal to, so 4a is the length of the lattice rectum, the square of the length of the line segment AB. This length you can just find these 2 points, because these 2 points you are going to get here in terms of this. So you can just find the square, you are going to get, the ratio is given as 1 by 16, from which you will get the value of a as 1 by 12. So 24 into 1 by 2, you are going to get 12 as the answer. It's all simplification, that's it. Very routine procedure. This is the normal equation, it passes through the point 0 comma minus alpha. So you will get a relation connecting alpha and a. So you can express alpha in terms of a, and you can also solve these two equations. These two, y is equal to minus alpha, you have to cut. So this is another relation. If you put here, you will get x square is equal to 4ay, you are going to get x values, this minus x1 minus x2, difference of this itself one of the answers, dear students. So you will, next question, you see this is the function given here. So you try to understand it. So whenever t is like odd number 2n minus 1, n belongs to n, this is minus 1 power n plus 2 into 2. Whenever n is in this interval, f of x function is this. Here what you can do is f of 2n plus 1 is given. So in this, my dear friends, you can write like here 2n plus 1 minus t by 2, yeah, 2n into f of 2n minus 1, what will you write here? Minus 1 power n plus 1 into 2, plus here f of 2n plus 1 is, in place of this you have to replace n plus 1, that is t minus, you can also write t minus 2n plus 1 by 2 into, you can write here minus 1 power n plus 2 into 2. Now, to simplify this, what you can do is you try to take minus 1 power n plus 1 into 2 common. So, this is going to be 2n plus 1 minus t by 2, and this is going to be 1 minus 1 will be, so minus of, so you can write plus otherwise. So, minus t plus 2n minus 1 by 2 here. So, it is going to be minus 1 power n plus 1 into 2 into, so 2n 4n by 2 will become 2n. This is minus t, this is minus t, 1 minus 1 gets cancelled. This is the definition of the function. Now, if you just take the function value in the form of the graph, so he is asking about x belongs to 1 to infinity. So, at 1, that means, yeah, if you put x is equal to 1, my dear friends, here I mean to say f of x you try to draw when x is exactly, t is between 2n minus 1 to 2n plus 1, so 1 in the sense n is equal to, you can say like n is equal to 1, if you put, you will get, it is going to be minus 1 power 2 into 2 it is. After that, in this particular expression, you see here, if you 3, this is going to be between 1 and 3, you have to put n is equal to 1, this is 2 into 2 minus t, which is 4 minus 2t, you will get a line like this straight line. Between again 3 to 5, this time when n is equal to, you have to put 2, so that this becomes 3 to 5, you put n is equal to 2, this becomes negative slope, this goes to this 3 to 5, then 5 to 7, this is going to be 3, 5, shall I draw here, dear students? So, with this definition, what you need to draw is, you have to draw the graph. So, how to draw, you see, this is 1, 3, 5, 7 like this. So, at 1 it is at 2, you see, just see the graph. In this, if t is equal to 1 in the sense, you have to put 2, this is 2l, this is the 2. At 3 it is going to be, it comes here, because between 1 and 3, if you put n is equal to 1, this is 1 and 3, you will get, here I have derived the definition. So, you are going to get between 3 and 5, 5 and 7, 7 and 9, it will be like this. Now, he is saying integral of this, yes. Now, g of x is integral 1 to x, x belongs to 1 to infinity. Arey yaar, 1 to 3, see g of x is 0. If you take integral from 1 to 3, you see the same part positive negative becomes 0. So, 3 to 5 again 0, 5 to 7 again 0, 7 to 9 again 0, but he is taking up to 8 he is talking about in the interval, up to 8 he has given, not infinity. So, number of solution g of x is 0 in the interval 1 to infinity means here at 3 again 5, 7 this becomes 0. So, here up to 5 it becomes 0. So, there will be 3 solutions where g of x becomes 0, dear students. Okay. So, that integral itself is like a line, right. So, same symmetry you will get. So, why to find the integral? Time waste, right, Aditya? So, you can observe that, you see f of x function is such a beautiful one, it goes same symmetry will be there, here also. Up to here this integral is 0 again. So, f of x will be 0 if you take the integral up to, starting from 1 to 3 integral will be 0, 3 to 5 integral is 0, 5 to 7 integral is 0. So, g of x is going to be 0 at 3, 5, 7. So, again at 9, but 9 is not there in the journey. So, it is going to be 0 at 3 places. The next beta is limit extends to 1 plus, you can say g of x, this definition you have to apply, this is x minus 1, I guess this is x minus 1 into 3 minus x something you will get here. So, these two will get cancelled. So, this is going to be 2. So, 3 plus 2, 5 will be the answer, okay, right. So, I mean to say rather that this is better, Aditya, this would be definitely better. Next, you see, so here some data is missing related to paragraph, yeah. So, n of x in the sense he has given some question related to paragraph related question is missing. So, once again here information, let me tell you the information related to the paragraph. Yeah, the paragraph data is given like one second. The paragraph data is here, you see S is given as set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So, X be set of all relation from X is having set of all relations from S to S. So, he wants set of relations which has exactly R elements and such that mod A minus B is greater than or equal to 2. You just see, my dear friends, mod A minus B greater than or equal to 2 means 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. Again 2 if you take, 2 1 is not okay, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4, 2 5, 2 6. Then again 3 1 already it is covered, anyhow will this is 3 5 3 6. Again 4 4, 4 5. So, not 4 4, this is 4 6. So, you are going to get here like 4 3 7 plus 3 10 and quite reverse of this 20. There will be 20 pairs where mod A minus B greater than or equal to 2, but number it must contain exactly what I say 6 elements. So, 20C6 number of such relations will be, that is what he asked MC6, M is nothing but 20. The next, my dear friends, I can say here. So, what is Y? Y stands for, he has given here, Y stands for, I can say, in this Y means, the range of R exactly one element, the set of all relations where Y contains R, I mean to say Y contains in the range only one element. You see, I need to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 must be how many relations we can take where it must contain 6 elements, where all these must be mapped to single output. But here you see on second coordinate 3 appears only twice, 4 appears only twice, 5 also 3 times, no element has same output 6 times. So, here you can observe that this is n of y is 0. Then n of z is number of functions. Number of functions he said. So, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements are there. So, we need to map to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, out of these ordered pairs only I have to take one first coordinate related, how many are there you just check. So, 1 can be mapped with, you see 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. 1 can be mapped in 4 ways, my dear friends. What about 2? 2 can be mapped in 2 4, 2 5, 2 6, 3 ways. 3 can be mapped in, this is 3 5, 3 6, even 3 1 also okay, 3 ways. Same 4 3 ways, 5 3 ways, 6 4 ways. You are going to get 36 square ways, 36 square ways. So, he said which is k square, this is 0, 36 k 36 square. So, mod k must be 36, my dear friends. This is the problem based on permutations as well as we can say relations. The next question, you see this integral is given. So, this is we can say King's formula, let it be I, my dear friends. So, I is equal to 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 f of x into g of x dx. Here f of x, g of x he has given, f of x is sin square x and g of x is nothing but root of pi by 2 minus, let me tell you, root of pi x by 2 minus x square. Pi x by 2 minus x square is the function. Now, if you apply King's formula, this is sin square x integral 0 to pi by 2. So, this is actually sin square x into root of pi x by 2 minus x square dx. If you apply King's formula, this becomes cos square x, this becomes as it is, my dear friends, pi x by 2 minus x square dx. So, this is again I. So, 2I if you add, my dear friends, this is twice integral 0 to pi by 2, this will become just root of pi x by 2 minus x square dx, which is nothing but the second part. So, I have taken it as I proved that this is also I minus I is 0. So, my dear friends, this answer is 0. Then coming to the last, this is 16 by pi cube into integral 0 to pi by 2. In the previous question, we proved that these two are equal. So, 2 into this is 0 to pi by 2. So, you can say, you can write 8 here, 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 g of x into f of x dx. Now, you can write 8 by pi cube into this is integral 0 to pi by 2 g of x dx you can write. So, 8 by pi cube integral 0 to pi by 2 g of x means square root of pi by 2 into x minus x square dx. Now, it is quadratic kind of you can solve. So, you can write it as 8 by pi cube into integral 0 to pi by 2. What you can write is pi by 4 whole square minus pi by 4 minus x whole square, because a square minus 2ab this. So, you can take pi by 4 minus x as t, or it is like integral a square minus x square, that is you can get like 8 by pi cube into x by 2 into given function kind of, or else you just take pi by 4 minus x as t, this becomes integral. If you put x is 0, you will get pi by 4. If you get x is pi by 2, you will get minus pi by 4. This becomes square root of pi by 4 whole square minus t square, and dx will become minus dt. Now, this is the standard question, integral root of x square minus a square, which is going to be x by 2 into given function plus a square by 2 into sin inverse x by a, and apply the limits, you are going to get the answer as 1 by 4, right dear students. So, in this way, this particular question paper I can say is comfortably done. So, paper 2 math part, yes. So, paper 2 math part is, except 4 or 5 questions, most of the questions are very comfortable dear students, and you can see very standard questions you can see. Starting from question 1, if you just take all these questions, yeah, you see this is the first question, you can see here, yeah, first question inverse trigonometry JEE mains level. Second question areas, even we got harder questions in mains than this, just combination of 3 curves. Third, this is standard limit only, just little bit of adjustment, that is it, because number power variable like 1 power infinity model. Then third, we can say this is just matter of continuity differentiability related problems, there we will be discussing such kind of questions. Okay. Then next you can say, my dear friends, this is, you see, 3D geometry. I have been telling n number of times that, you see, related to just straight lines itself. So, it is just finding straight line, one line, second line, and you can do the problem. The next, my dear friends, you see, very easy functional relation, f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y. So, where immediately f of x is equal to kx, this second g of x is nothing but a power x, my dear friends. Then third, even in probability also it is just conditional probability, that is it. But you see, the terminology may be little different, little difficult, but otherwise the problem logic wise it is very easy. Then next, here also f of x is 0, simple, you can take something common and only, you see, this kind of lengthy equations, polynomial equation, degree, odd degree, it will have at least one solution. Derivative positive, it is strictly increasing, my dear friends. The next general simple calculation here, 2p plus q, p minus 2q, p cross q. Okay. Next, dear friends, you see here, you see this is generally we remember normal formula for y square is equal to 4ax, but here x square is equal to minus 4ay. If you could remember normal equation passing through a particular point, you will get a relation. This is here some calculation, that is it. You can find the calculation part. Next, dear students, this question I can say bit time taking, and it takes time to understand the terminology. You see, at every odd integer it will be like 2 minus 2, 2 minus 2, it varies, whereas in between it is like I have simplified, this represents a straight line. So, dear students, so straight line part I have been telling. So, once you draw the straight line, he is saying g of x, he is saying g of x value starting from 1 to x you have to take. So, g of x is 0 from 1 to 8 means where will it be 0? The same area becomes 0 up. If you take the integral up to 3 it is 0, again up to 7 it is 0, again up to 5 it is 0, up to 9 it is 0, right. So, next, this is relations related question. We have taken set of all set and a minus b greater than or equal to permutations. So, combination with permutations, there will be around, I can say 20 ordered pairs, of which you have to select 26. It's a direct question, how many should be such selected? Any permutation combination related basic questions, if you could practice, you can easily answer this particular question, dear students. And secondly, you can also say from this, the next question is number of relations where range contains only one element, means there is no such possibility, because out of these 20 you cannot take 6 ordered pairs where output is the same. So, the next part you can say number of functions, okay, number of functions, okay. Number of functions wise you can also see k square in the sense, yeah. So, here this is really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, the student who practice like number of functions formula n of b power n of a cannot answer. Those who know the logic how the formula comes only can answer this question. 1 can be mapped, see starting with 1 there are 4 combinations, 2 can be mapped in 3 ways, 3 can be mapped in 3 ways, 4, 5, 6. So, once you know, you can answer this question. Next, you see, my dear friends, so integral calculus King's formula is the basic question, and the similar kind of question we can see in our Sri Chaitanya come Infinity Learn material also, same kind of question you can see, even we have given in internal exams also. So, if this is I, my dear friends, f and g are given, if f of x, g of x are given, so I is 2 into integral 0 to pi by 2 f of x into g of x. Just apply King's formula, dear students, and you just add 2i, it is going to be nothing but the second part. Once you cancel 2, I is nothing but this. So, if this is I, this is also I, so the difference is going to be 0. In the next question, you can see like, you see here f of x into g of x, you separate 8 by pi cube, 2 into this. Just now we proved this is nothing but this part. So, this part you can take like integral 0 to pi by 2. So, pi by 2 into x minus x square dx. See, it is a standard one, integral pi by 4 to minus pi by 4, this, because of this minus you can take 8 by pi cube into integral minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 root of pi by 4 whole square minus t square dt. So, this is integral minus a to a. So, minus a to a property you can write 2 times integral 0 to a. So, this is 16 by pi cube into integral 0 to pi by 4 root of pi by 4 whole square minus t square dt. Now, dear students, you can also do like, yeah, this is 16 by pi cube into integral 0 to pi by 4 root of pi by 4 whole square minus t square dt. How to solve this? 16 by pi cube into integral root of a square minus x square is x by 2 into, so you can write, dear students, here integral root of a square minus x square, you can take x by 2 into given function. This is minus x by 2 into given function minus a square by 2, that is pi square by 32, into sin inverse x by a, that is t by pi by 4. Between the limits you can put 0 to pi by 4. This you have to substitute. So, which is 16 by pi cube into, if you put pi by 4 here, this becomes 0. Here this is you can say 0 to pi by 4. If you put pi by 4 here, you can say 1, sin inverse 1 is pi by 2. So, this is going to be minus, pi cube by 64. When you put 0, these two will become 0. So, you have to substitute, you will be getting the answer like 0.25 something. Okay. So, dear students, so rest of the part will be continued. So, so next part, physics sir has come for you to give certain beautiful analysis points and all.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So, chalo students, we'll start.
So, best wishes to all the students who have
Yes.
written extremely well, and at the same time, dear students, and we will be giving time to time inputs related to JOSA counseling, and will be helping you related to the selection of colleges, counseling and all these things. And one more thing, if any student wants to go for dropper, we are having batch just now today itself. We have started the batch. You can enroll with Infinity Learn to join the droppers batch. Sir, continue.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
तो चलो स्टूडेंट्स फिजिक्स वाला पार्ट पे जाते हैं. 1 सेकेंड. फिजिक्स वाले पार्ट पे जाते हैं. एंड वंस अगेन टू ऑल ऑफ यू, याद रखना दिस एंटायर एनोटेटेड पीडीएफ, अगर आपसे कुछ भी आप चाहते हो कि इसको डिटेल में देखना है, दिस एंटायर एनोटेटेड पीडीएफ विल बी अवेलेबल ऑन द Infinity Learn Telegram channel. It will be available on the Infinity Learn Telegram channel. तो चलो करते हैं यहाँ पे. उसका लिंक नीचे आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में मिल जाएगा. मेक श्योर यू फिल दैट अप. मेक श्योर ओवर देयर आप जाते हो, ज्वाइन जरूर करते हो हमारे टेलीग्राम चैनल को. एंड दैट बीइंग सेड, लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद आवर क्वेश्चंस. हु ऑल आर हियर एंड हाउ मेनी पीपल हियर actually thought कि the physics paper 2 was difficult? How many thought that the physics paper 2 was difficult? Let's see in the chat. If it was difficult, type difficult in the chat, or just type D in the chat. I will know. If it felt it was moderate, then type M. If it was easy, type E. And I'll show you it was not very difficult. Again, I will not be doing heavy calculations. I will not be doing the heavy calculations here. I'll show you the way and then I'll obviously give you the answer, because I know बहुत सारे बच्चे यहाँ पे हैं जो literally उसको मैच कराना चाह रहे हैं. तो we'll give you all of that. ठीक, चलो let's get started. First question says a region in the form of an equilateral triangle in the xy plane of height L has a uniform magnetic field B vector pointing in the positive Z direction, meaning it is pointing out of the page. A conducting loop PQR in the form of an equilateral triangle of the same height L is placed in the xy plane with its vertex at P at x equal to 0. Means you're starting with your loop यहाँ पे, you're starting with your loop over there, और उसके basis पे your magnetic field is in this region. Magnetic field is in this region. You are gradually pushing it down. They are saying it's done with a constant uniform velocity. They are asking what is the EMF based on the x value, based on how much you have put this in, based on how much you have pushed it in. ठीक है, तो over here we have the 4 graphs as you can see, and there are, you can try to do the entire mathematical part, but there is a logical way to solve this in way shorter time. बहुत कम टाइम में आपका ये सॉल्व हो सकता है if you look at it logically. Literally try to picturize what this setup will look like at different moments. जैसे look at the graphs from 0 to a distance of L. फ्रॉम 0 टू अ डिस्टेंस l ऑल ग्राफ्स आर द सेम। वो 0 टू l वाले डिस्टेंस में हो क्या रहा है, वहां पे हो रहा है कि जब when this has gone down by a distance l, then if this is the loop exactly like this is your magnetic field. मतलब यहां पे the overlapping area is that of a rhombus. The overlapping area is that of a rhombus. Now the EMF depends on the change of area because EMF is d phi b dt. Magnetic field तो constant है, so it is b dA dt. It is b dA dt. ठीक है, सिर्फ मेरे को रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ एरिया पे ये डिपेंड करेगा। तो ओवर हियर ग्रेजुअली यू कैन सी दैट द ईएमएफ इज देयर सो ऑन। तो फर्स्ट पार्ट तो हम सबका क्लियर है, एवरीवेयर इट इज द सेम। अगले वाले पार्ट का देखते हैं। अगले वाले पार्ट में अब देखो आई कैन एलिमिनेट ऑप्शन बी एंड ऑप्शन सी। ऑप्शन सी तो आई कैन एलिमिनेट राइट अवे। क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे को पता है आफ्टर सम टाइम टुवर्ड्स द एंड, इफ यू थिंक दिस इज द रीजन ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, towards the end when it is coming out, tab suppose the actual loop is coming out, let me draw the loop in a different color, actual loop is coming out, तो आप देख सकते हो जो area overlap that is decreasing, if it is decreasing the EMF is generated in the opposite direction. Original case में when the loop was coming inside, area was increasing, तो EMF एक certain direction में generate हुआ। बाद में the area is decreasing because that one is going out, तो EMF opposite direction में generate होगा। तो that clearly tells you कि C is not possible, क्योंकि if EMF is positive in one part, after some time EMF has to be negative, so that is not it। तो इसको हटा सकते हैं। How can I cancel out B? I can cancel out B because देखो जब निकल रहा है the rate of change in area, it is moving with the same speed V, even here it was moving with the same speed V, there also the same। जिस रेट पे द एरिया वॉज इंक्रीजिंग, एरिया विल बी डिक्रीजिंग एट अ फास्टर रेट। क्यों? क्योंकि इफ यू हैव दिस एज द रीजन ऑफ मैग्नेटिक फील्ड और लूप ऐसे अंदर आई, यू सी हाउ लिटिल एरिया इज कवर्ड। इफ इट हैज मूव्ड बाय दिस मच एक्स, हाउ लिटिल एरिया हैज बीन कवर्ड। लेकिन अगली बार इफ इट मूव्स बाय अ डिस्टेंस, सेम डिस्टेंस एक्स, अ लॉट मोर एरिया विल चेंज, राइट? तो ऑब्वियसली बी कैन नॉट बी पॉसिबल। So I have to think between A and D. अब A and D में भी देखो, this again you have to try to visualize this setup. Visualize करके, this is the setup over here जहां पे it has traveled a distance L. आप देखो, if I shift it a little more, if I let it go down a little more, मैं बस इसको थोड़ा सा नीचे और जाने देता हूं। You can clearly tell by the diagram itself that the overlapped area will be greater than the area here. Meaning L by 2 के बाद भी the area increases for some time. L by 2 के बाद भी the area increases for some time and then it starts decreasing. Because at the end I know कि it would decrease. लेकिन इस L by 2 के बाद भी थोड़ा increase हो रहा है, which means even after this L by 2 part over there, then also there is a, sorry, after this L part, then also there is a negative side of the EMF, क्योंकि वहां पे भी area is increasing, maybe not at the same rate, but it is increasing. So correct option for this is going to be option A. How many of you got this correct? Option A कितनों का आया यहां पे? लॉजिकल बेसिस पे ही हो जाएगा। लेट्स सी इन द चैट हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गॉट ऑप्शन ए फॉर दिस। चलते हैं मीनवाइल अगले वाले सवाल पे। लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट वन। दिया हुआ है पार्टिकल ऑफ मास m is under the influence of gravitational field of a body, mass capital M much greater than small m. Particle is moving in a circular orbit of radius r0, time period t0 around the mass m. तो सबसे पहले टी नॉट का फॉर्मूला क्या है? व्हाट इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर टी नॉट? टी नॉट इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई रूट ओवर ऑफ आर नॉट क्यूब बाई जी एम। दिस इज स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला, दिस इज स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला। श्लोक यू गॉट ऑप्शन ए मार्क किया था, ठीक है, इफ यू हैव गिवन ऑप्शन ए दैट इज करेक्ट। चलो इसका देखते हैं, दिस इज माई टी नॉट। T1 कैसे निकलेगा? T1 के टाइम दे हैव सेड देयर इज एन एडिशनल सेंट्रल फोर्स which is given by its potential energy over here m alpha by r cube। तो सबसे पहला चीज आप सोचो कि अब there's not just the gravity because of this but there's an additional force that comes because of this। तो ये additional force कितना होगा? Fc is equal to minus dvdr करेंगे, अगर if I differentiate that I will get minus minus will cancel, I'll get 3 m alpha r to the power minus 4। This is what I will get as the force। आप differentiate करो उसको, you will get as the force। So second case पे you have the force of gravity और साथ ही साथ you also have this extra force, meaning the centrifugal force m omega square r is this Fc 3m alpha r to the power 3m alpha by r to the power 4 plus gmm by r square जो कि नॉर्मल ग्रेविटेशन से आया। That is the net force that is causing the centrifugal causing the centripetal force। ठीक, सबसे पहले m's को हटा दो, you have this, so omega square is equal to 3 alpha by r to the power 5 plus gm by r cube। मतलब मेरा T1 राइट, T1 बोला गया था, T1 2 पाई बाई ओमेगा मतलब 2 पाई डिवाइडेड बाई 3 अल्फा बाई r टू द पावर 5 प्लस gm बाई r क्यूब। दैट इज माई T1। अच्छा यहां पे एक रूट ओवर है, देयर इज अ रूट ओवर हियर राइट। अगेन स्टूडेंट्स मैं थोड़ा स्टेप जंप करके जाने वाला हूं क्योंकि दिस इज एन एडवांस लेवल प्रॉब्लम, तो मैं थोड़ा स्टेप जंप करते हुए जाऊंगा। अगर आपको कहीं पे भी डाउट होती है आप मेरे को चैट में जरूर पूछो उसके बारे में। T1 है मेरे पास, T0 है, तो अब बस आपको क्या करना है, T1 स्क्वायर माइनस T0 स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई T1 स्क्वायर क्या देगा आपको? T1 स्क्वायर अगर आप करते हो यू विल गेट 4 पाई स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई, ये तो रूट में था, ये रूट बस चला जाएगा, 3 अल्फा बाई r टू द पावर 5 प्लस gm बाई r क्यूब माइनस T0 स्क्वायर क्या है? T0 स्क्वायर वाज 4 पाई स्क्वायर r0 क्यूब डिवाइडेड बाई gm राइट। या फिर इसको ना थोड़ा सा हम अलग से लिखते हैं, इसको मैं 4 पाई स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई, थोड़ा अलग लिखते हैं क्योंकि मेरे लिए बाद में कैलकुलेशन करना आसान होगा, बाई gm बाई r स्क्वायर राइट, gm बाई r क्यूब, r0 क्यूब। अच्छा ये सारे भी r0 पे ही आएंगे, डिवाइडेड बाई T1 स्क्वायर विच इज जस्ट अगेन गोइंग टू बी 4 पाई स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई 3 अल्फा बाई r0 टू द पावर 5 प्लस gm बाई r0 क्यूब। ये देखो 4 पाई स्क्वायर आप काट दे सकते हो, यहां पे आप बस थोड़ा एलसीएम करना, यू विल गेट ऑन टॉप, ऊपर पे आपको सिर्फ 3 अल्फा बाई r0 टू द पावर 5 आएगा और नीचे यू विल गेट जस्ट gm बाई r0 क्यूब। अगेन डू द कैलकुलेशन बाई योर सेल्फ, यू विल गेट इट, ये r स्क्वायर करेगा 3 अल्फा बाई gm r0 स्क्वायर। ऑप्शन ए वुड बी द करेक्ट आंसर। कितने का आया ये करेक्ट? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू गॉट दिस करेक्ट? ठीक है, इज इट क्लियर? लेट्स मूव अहेड अगले वाले पे। स्टूडेंट्स आप इस वीडियो को लाइक करना मत भूलना, मेक श्योर यू लाइक दिस वीडियो और हमारे साथ सब्सक्राइब रहना, बिकॉज वी विल हेल्प यू नॉट जस्ट इन दिस एडवांस्ड, लेकिन पूरा काउंसलिंग प्रोसीड्योर, जोसा, उसके बाद CA काउंसलिंग, पूरा एंड तक हम आपके साथ रहेंगे। आप हम लोग को बता सकते हो आपके क्या रैंक्स आए हैं, उसके बेसिस पे आपके लिए कौन सा बेस्ट कॉलेज, कौन सा बेस्ट स्ट्रीम है, क्या आपको ड्रॉप लेना चाहिए, ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स विल बी आंसर्ड हियर ऑन दिस चैनल, सो मेक श्योर आप सब्सक्राइब रहते हो। चलो बढ़ते हैं अगले सवाल पे। दिया हुआ है, अ मेटल टारगेट विद एन एटॉमिक नंबर Z is equal to 46 bombarded with a high energy electron beam emission of X-rays from the target is analyzed. The ratio R of the wavelength of the K alpha line and the cutoff is found to be R by 2. If the same electron beam bombards another metal electron with Z is equal to 41, so the value of R will be how much, right? तो Moseley's law क्या कहता है? Moseley's law says root mu is equal to A, sorry, not this atomic number का A नहीं, A Z minus B, Z being the atomic number, right? तो mu is equal to A square Z minus B whole square, ये रहने दो, तो my lambda is equal to C by mu मतलब C by A square Z minus B whole square. अब पहला इक्वेशन क्या दिया हुआ है? पहला इक्वेशन दिया हुआ है दिस इज द K अल्फा लाइन, K अल्फा लाइन, तो इसका रेशियो विद द कट ऑफ वेवलेंथ, लेट द कट ऑफ वेवलेंथ बी लैम्डा सी, राइट? तो पहले केस में लैम्डा 1 बाय लैम्डा सी इज गिवन एज 2. सेकेंड केस पे मेरे को रेशियो चाहिए, तो यहीं से आई कैन प्लग इट इन, टेक की लैम्डा सी इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा 1 बाई 2, रहने दो. सेकेंड केस पे मेरे को क्या चाहिए? सेकेंड केस पे आई वॉन्ट रेशियो ऑफ द सेकेंड वन, सेम रेशियो मेरे को चाहिए, मतलब लैम्डा 2 बाई लैम्डा सी चाहिए, दैट इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? तो लैम्डा 2, लैम्डा सी के जगह मैं लैम्डा 1 बाई 2 बिठाता हूं. लैम्डा 2 क्या होगा? अब देखो लैम्डा इज सी डिवाइडेड बाई दिस, राइट? सो 2 into c is the speed of light divided by a square, तो सेम रहेगा z2 minus b whole square, और ऊपर पे आएगा क्या? सेम a2 स्क्वायर, लेकिन इस पे आएगा z1 minus b whole square. a स्क्वायर को हटाओ आप, इवन अच्छा यहाँ पे c भी आएगा एक नीचे, c को भी काट दोगे आप, ये अब z1 minus b whole square by z2 minus b whole square into 2. Z1 माइनस बी क्या है? Z1 was कहां गया 46, और B का वैल्यू होता है फॉर K अल्फा लाइन 1 डिवाइडेड बाय दिस इज 41 माइनस 1, जो कि देगा 2 into 45 स्क्वायर्ड डिवाइडेड बाय 40 स्क्वायर्ड, मतलब टेक्निकली दिस इज 9 स्क्वायर्ड बाय 8 स्क्वायर्ड. उसको आप करोगे, इवेंचुअली यू विल सॉल्व, आपका आएगा 2.53. आप देख सकते हो 9 by 8 विल बी अ लिटिल मोर देन 1, तो लिटिल मोर देन 1 मल्टीप्लाइड विथ 2, आप सॉल्व करोगे, कैलकुलेट, यू विल गेट दिस. अगेन कैलकुलेशन करना है, याद रखना फिजिक्स पेपर वाज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट, बट फिजिक्स पेपर वाज कैलकुलेशन हैवी, इट वाज कैलकुलेशन हैवी. मेरे को पता है ये आंसर है, तो आई हैव प्लग्ड इट इन डायरेक्टली, आप कैलकुलेशन पूरा करके देख सकते हो. हेलो वंदना, वेलकम. क्लियर है ये वाला? बड़े अगले वाले सवाल पे दिया हुआ है, a thin stiff insulated metal wire is bent into a circular loop with its two ends extending tangentially from the same point of the loop, इधर पे और उधर पे. Wire loop has a mass m and radius r and it is in a uniform magnetic field B naught as shown, वो magnetic field pointing up, ठीक? अब दिया हुआ है, initially it hangs vertically downward because of acceleration due to gravity. Two conducting supports P and Q. When a current I is passed through the loop turns about the line PQ by what angle? तो ये आपका रॉड है, उसमें से आपने ऐसे लटकाया हुआ है, राइट? तो वो ऐसे टिल्ट होके उठ रहा है. अब सोचो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है. अगर मैं कोई साइड व्यू देखता हूँ ऑफ द लूप, ऐसे ऐसे लूप है, मैं उसका साइड व्यू देख रहा हूँ, इधर पे ग्रेविटी खींच रही है उसको, ग्रेविटी एक टॉर्क दे रही है अबाउट दिस पॉइंट. कितना टॉर्क देगी? दिस डिस्टेंस वुड बी r. अगर मैं इफ इट हैज टर्न्ड बाय एन एंगल थीटा, अगर एक एंगल थीटा से टर्न किया है, सो दिस इज जस्ट r साइन थीटा, सॉरी दिस इज नॉट r, माय मिस्टेक, दिस इज r साइन थीटा, क्योंकि अगर ये एंगल थीटा है, ये एंगल भी थीटा होगा, तो दिस वुड बी r साइन थीटा. तो mg इंटू r साइन थीटा है इसका टॉर्क. और अब गौर से देखो, जो मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट होगा इस सेटअप का, उसको चलो मैं कैपिटल M से रिप्रेजेंट करता हूं, ठीक है? जो मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट होगा उसका मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के साथ क्या एंगल बन रहा है? दैट एंगल इज दिस 90 माइनस थीटा. तो उसका टॉर्क होगा, टॉर्क बिकॉज ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट वुड बी mb एम बी साइन ऑफ 90 माइनस थीटा, साइन थीटा होता है लेकिन द थीटा फॉर दिस केस इज 90 माइनस थीटा, दैट इज इक्वल टू दूसरा ये mg जो टॉर्क लगा रहा है विच इज mg r साइन थीटा। बस अब यहां पे देखो साइन थीटा है, इसका तो कॉस थीटा बनेगा, कॉस थीटा को उधर भेजो, m इंटू बी, m क्या है मैग्नेटिक मोमेंट, करंट आई फ्लोइंग, रेडियस r, I इंटू ए, पाई आर स्क्वायर, मैग्नेटिक फील्ड बी नॉट, साइन थीटा का कॉस थीटा मैंने उधर भेज के टैन थीटा कर दिया, mg r को नीचे लेके आ गए हम, दैट इज टैन थीटा, r को हटा दो, सो आई पाई आर बी नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई एम जी, आई पाई आर बी नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई एम जी। ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर। यस सम्यक, ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट वन। गुड गुड, बड़े आगे स्टूडेंट्स, क्या हम लाइक्स के नंबर को बढ़ा सकते हैं? वी आर स्टिल एट ओनली 90। हम इस लाइक के नंबर को लाइक जेईई एडवांस कोड ट्रीट करेंगे, इट्स ओनली एट 90। अभी बस 16-17 हजार पे रैंक है, लेट्स पुश दैट नंबर अप, एटलीस्ट 100 पार करते हैं, लेट्स गो फॉर इट। चलो लेट्स गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अब दिया हुआ है कि स्मॉल इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल पी नॉट हैविंग मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया आई अबाउट इट्स सेंटर is kept at a distance r from the center। अच्छा, आई थिंक दिस इज मल्टीपल ऑप्शन करेक्ट पे आ गए हम लोग। हाँ, सेंटर ऑफ स्फेरिकल शेल ऑफ रेडियस r, यहां पे स्फेरिकल शेल है, ठीक। द सरफेस चार्ज डेंसिटी सिग्मा इज यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड ऑन द स्फेरिकल शेल, डाइपोल इज इनिशियली ओरिएंटेड एट एन एंगल थीटा, while staying at the distance r, the dipole is free to rotate about its center। मतलब डाइपोल आगे पीछे नहीं कर सकता, but it is free to rotate, right? Released from rest, which of the following statements are correct? पहला दिया हुआ है डाइपोल will undergo small oscillations at any finite value of r। Second, dipole will undergo small oscillations at finite value of r greater than r। तो अब देखो, this is the correct one, this is incorrect। क्यों मेरे को पता है कि this is incorrect? क्योंकि r का वैल्यू अगर लेस देन r हुआ तो वहां पे तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है ही नहीं, दिस इज अ स्फेरिकल शेल, देयर इज नो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इनसाइड, तो उस पे कोई फोर्स ही नहीं लगेगा जो उसको ऑसिलेट कराएगा। सो इट्स ओनली आउटसाइड द स्फीयर कैन इट ऑसिलेट। तो चलो मेरा वो आ गया। अब टाइम पीरियड ऑफ ऑसिलेशन क्या होगा? टाइम पीरियड ऑफ ऑसिलेशन या फिर रादर द एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी, उसका तो फॉर्मूला हमें पता है, इज इक्वल टू रूट ओवर ऑफ PE by I। ये होता है एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी, P इज द डाइपोल मोमेंट, E इज द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। अब एट अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ जो भी है, इफ द टोटल चार्ज वाज Q, तो ओवर हियर द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट Q by R स्क्वायर, ठीक है, 1/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट Q by R स्क्वायर। तो ओमेगा का वैल्यू क्या आएगा? पी ही बताया था ना, हाँ पी नॉट बताया था, चलो पी नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट क्यू बाई आर स्क्वायर है, ठीक। लेकिन क्यू के टर्म्स में नहीं रख सकते क्योंकि आई हैव टू रिप्रेजेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ द चार्ज डेंसिटी सिग्मा, चार्ज डेंसिटी सिग्मा के टर्म्स में मेरे को लगना है। 2 पाई रूट आई बाई पी वो टाइम पीरियड है सम्यक, वो टाइम पीरियड है, दे आर लुकिंग फॉर द एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसीज। टाइम पीरियड इज 2 पाई बाई एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी, उसके बेसिस पे आता है, ठीक। तो मैं इसको क्या लिखूंगा? देखो Q जो है, Q को आई विल राइट सिग्मा इंटू 4 पाई कैपिटल आर स्क्वायर, क्योंकि सिग्मा इंटू द टोटल सरफेस एरिया, 4 पाइज निकल जाएंगे यहां से, सो आई एम लेफ्ट विथ रूट ओवर ऑफ पी नॉट सिग्मा आर स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट आर स्क्वायर। अच्छा ये आई में मिस कर गया था, आई ओवर हियर। तो अब आप अगर बिठा के देखते हो, स्मॉल आर इज इक्वल टू 2r अगर आप करते हो, यहां पे आपका 2r आएगा, तो देयर विल बी अ फैक्टर ऑफ 4 इन द डिनोमिनेटर, तो ऑब्वियसली ऑप्शन सी इज इनकरेक्ट, मैच नहीं कर रहा है। बट इफ यू पुट स्मॉल r इज इक्वल टू 10r, तो यहां पे अगर आप 10r करते हो 100r स्क्वायर आएगा, r स्क्वायर कट जाएगा, यू विल बी लेफ्ट विद द 100। तो ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट। इस क्वेश्चन में बी एंड डी आर द करेक्ट ऑप्शंस, ठीक है। चलो लेट्स गो फॉर द नेक्स्ट वन। सम्यक मैथ्स में 74 बन रहे हैं, दैट्स गुड, दैट्स नॉट बैड। और फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री में क्या हाल है सम्यक? स्टूडेंट्स आप लोग भी मेरे को यहाँ पे बता सकते हो कि आपके कितने स्कोर्स आ रहे हैं. यू कैन लेट मी नो हियर. बेस्ड ऑन दैट आई विल बी एबल टू गाइड यू अ बिट कि आपका कैसे रैंक्स वगैरह आ रहा है, कहाँ पे आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो. और आप वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करना अगर आपने अभी तक लाइक नहीं किया है स्टूडेंट्स वीडियो को. चलो अगले वाले पे चलते हैं. इस पे दिया हुआ है टेबल टेनिस बॉल है, रेडियस 3/2 10⁻² मीटर, मास 22/7 10⁻³ slowly pushed down into a swimming pool to a depth of d equal to 0.7 meter. गौर डालो, ये slowly pushed down is very important because you have slowly pushed it down. मतलब आप viscous force consider नहीं कर रहे हो, क्योंकि viscous force आता है it comes from speed 6 pi eta rv. अगर आप slowly कर रहे हो you're treating v is 0. आपको viscous force नहीं सोचना है, right? Push down in swimming pool, this is the distance 0.7 meter, then it is released from rest, emerges from the water surface at a speed of v without getting wet. ये without getting wet का सिर्फ पर्पस ये है कि there is no sort of surface tension or anything. ठीक है, वही पर्पस है बताने का कि it does not get wet. 159 पे 5 year course at any new IIT पे आपको मिल जाएगा. देखो 159 अगर आपका आ रहा है then you are getting within the top 3000 के अराउंड आपका रैंक आ जाएगा, और 3000 में आपको अच्छे स्ट्रीम्स इवन इन द टॉप आईआईटीज मिल जाएंगे. डोंट वरी, दैट्स प्रीटी गुड. अच्छा, राइजेस टू हाइट एज, तो कौन सा पॉइंट यहां पे करेक्ट है? फर्स्ट, वर्क डन इन पुशिंग द बॉल टू अ डेप्थ ऑफ d इज इक्वल टू डेप्थ d कितना होगा? तो टेक्निकली आप सिर्फ लगाओ फोर्स इनटू द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. व्हाट इज द फोर्स यू हैव टू गिव? अब गौर से देखो, जब ये बॉल है, जैसे ही आप इसको पानी में डालते हो ना, पानी में ऊपर की तरफ इसका बुएंट फोर्स लगता है, नीचे की तरफ इसका ग्रेविटी लगता है, और बुएंट फोर्स इज स्ट्रॉन्गर बिकॉज बॉल को बाहर धक्का मार रहा है, तो आपको फोर्स लगा के इसको नीचे भेजना है. सो द फोर्स दैट यू अप्लाई इज गोइंग टू बी FB माइनस mg. ये बुएंट फोर्स आप निकाल सकते हो, FB इज इक्वल टू V इंटू सिग्मा जी, क्योंकि ये वाटर दिया हुआ है, उसका डेंसिटी आपके पास है. वॉल्यूम आप निकाल सकते हो फ्रॉम मास एंड द रेडियस वॉल्यूम आप निकाल सकते हो रेडियस से ही, राइट? सो अगेन मैं कैलकुलेशन पे नहीं जा रहा हूं, मैं आंसर ऑब्वियसली बता दूंगा यहां पे. हेलो मणिकांता, वेलकम. सो आपका एक्सटर्नल फोर्स आ गया, तो वर्क डन इज जस्ट गोइंग टू बी दिस एक्सटर्नल फोर्स मल्टीप्लाइड विथ d. ये 0.7 d के साथ आप मल्टीप्लाई करोगे. अगर करोगे आपका वर्क डन 0.077 जूल्स ही आएगा. ऑप्शन ए इज करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट देखते हैं ऑप्शन बी. नेग्लेक्ट विस्कस फोर्स इन वाटर देन v इज 7 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड. विस्कस फोर्सेस अगर आप हटा दोगे तो v इज 7 मीटर्स पर सेकेंड. ठीक है, इसका भी आप स्पीड निकाल सकते हो प्योरली बाय वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम. कैसे? This is the net force acting on it multiplied with the displacement. आपको फ्रिक्शन का नहीं सोचना है, तो जस्ट this work done that you did, बस उसको इक्वल टू हाफ mv² कर दो आप, क्योंकि वही वर्क डन विल ऑल्सो बी द वर्क डन वाइल कमिंग अप. अगर आपने विस्कस फोर्स हटाया है तो सो दैट वर्क डन विल बी इक्वल टू द चेंज इन काइनेटिक एनर्जी. इनिशियल काइनेटिक एनर्जी तो 0 था, तो वहीं से आपका आ जाएगा v. सो अगर अगेन आप करते हो तो यू विल गेट दिस करेक्ट, राइट? थर्ड पूछा है नेग्लेक्ट द विस्कस फोर्सेस इन वाटर. हाइट h इज 1.4 मीटर. ये हाइट कैसे आएगा? ये हाइट सिंपल है, एक बार वो पानी से निकल गया फिर वो तो नॉर्मल, इट्स लाइक अ बॉडी थ्रोन अप, जहां पे h इज इक्वल टू v²/2g. अगेन पुट द वैल्यूज इन, जो भी v आपको यहां से मिला उसको आप यहां पे चिपकाओगे, तो दिस विल कम आउट टू बी इनकरेक्ट. अगेन मैं कैलकुलेशन यहां पे करूंगा नहीं, यू पीपल कैन डू दैट. और लास्टली दिया हुआ है कि द रेशियो ऑफ द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ नेट फोर्स एक्सक्लूडिंग द विस्कस फोर्स टू द मैक्सिमम विस्कस फोर्स इन द पार्टिकल इज गोइंग टू बी व्हाट? तो मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ नेट फोर्स विदाउट द विस्कस फोर्स इज FB. यही जो मैंने नेट फोर्स निकाला, चलो इसी को लिख देते हैं. यही जो F एक्सटर्नल फोर्स निकाला, दैट इज इट, डिवाइडेड बाय द मैक्सिमम विस्कस फोर्स। क्या होगा? मैक्सिमम विस्कस फोर्स होगा एकदम निकलने के मोमेंट पे, क्योंकि वहां पे इट हैज अ वेलोसिटी ऑफ 6 पाई ईटा, इट हैज अ वेलोसिटी v, तो विस्कस फोर्स विल बी 6 पाई ईटा rv। अगेन वैल्यू बिठाओ, 6 पाई ईटा rv में सब कुछ है आपके पास, उनको बिठा के इफ यू पुट योर आंसर इन, you will get option D as the correct one. So A, B and D are the correct ones. PWD में बहुत नीचे रहता है वो, you don't have to worry. I think somewhere around 20 या 30 ऐसे कुछ होता है to get a seat in IIT. Hello Mani Reddy, welcome. Welcome, welcome. You're from Sri Chaitanya. स्वागत है, आप ही का घर है, आओ। चलो लेट्स ट्राई दिस वन। दिया हुआ है कि पॉजिटिव सिंगली आयनाइज्ड एटम मास नंबर am इज एक्सीलरेटेड फ्रॉम रेस्ट बाय अ वोल्टेज ऑफ 192 वोल्ट्स। ठीक है, मैं एक चार्ज को लाता हूं एट 192 वोल्ट्स, उसके बेसिस पे इट एंटर्स अ रेक्टेंगुलर रीजन विथ W मैग्नेटिक फील्ड ऑफ B0 0.1 टेस्ला। आयन फाइनली हिट्स अ डिटेक्टर एट अ डिस्टेंस x बिलो द ट्रेजेक्टरी। तो आप साफ देख सकते हो ये ऐसे घूम के मारेगा, इट विल ट्रेस आउट अ सेमी सर्कल। इफ इट ट्रेसेस आउट अ सेमी सर्कल, तो ये जो x है ना, दैट इज 2r, 2 टाइम्स ऑफ द रेडियस, दैट इज व्हाट x इज। ठीक है, x इज इक्वल टू 2r, तो उसके बेसिस पे आप निकाल सकते हो x इज इक्वल टू 2 इंटू mv बाई क्यूबी। तो आपको क्या चाहिए? x फॉर H प्लस एटम्स, तो आपको चार्ज पता है, राइट? अब वेलोसिटी कैसे निकालोगे? हाफ mv स्क्वायर वॉज इक्वल टू चार्ज इनटू द वोल्टेज, जो कि 192 वोल्ट दिया हुआ है, तो अब इसी से निकाल, v इज रूट ओवर ऑफ क्यू वी बाई, सॉरी 2qv by m. Put it here, you get 2m by qb root over of 2qv by m. ठीक, अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन सी ऑलरेडी काफी सारी चीजें कट जाएंगी, बट अगेन नॉट गोइंग इनटू द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ दिस। आप करोगे तो यू विल गेट ऑप्शन ए एज करेक्ट। वैल्यू ऑफ x फॉर विच am is 1 to 1, हाइट ऑफ द डिटेक्टर कितना चाहिए? तो देखो हाइट ऑफ द डिटेक्टर अगर आप करते हो 196 पे, दैट इज रूट ओवर ऑफ दैट इज 14 टाइम्स ऑफ 4 इज टेक्निकली 56, लेकिन आंसर 55 नहीं होगा, क्योंकि 56 लगेगा फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर। आपको इतनी की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज वेन एवर ए इज इक्वल टू 1 तब इट इज 4 सेंटीमीटर, तो आपको इतना सा पार्ट लगाने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। आप स्टार्ट ही कर रहे हो 4 सेंटीमीटर से, एंड कर रहे हो 56 सेंटीमीटर पे, तो यू विल एक्चुअली नीड 52 सेंटीमीटर्स ओनली, नॉट 55। तो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट। और लास्ट चीज क्या दिया हुआ है? मिनिमम विथ W ऑफ दिस मैग्नेटिक फील्ड रीजन टू गेट एनीथिंग, टू डिटेक्ट एनीथिंग फॉर 196 इज 56। तो 196 पे हमने अभी भी निकाला कि योर x वैल्यू वुड बी इक्वल टू 14 टाइम्स ऑफ 4 विच इज 56। नाउ यू वुड थिंक दैट इज द करेक्ट आंसर, नहीं, दैट इज x एंड x इज 2r। अगर आप चाहते हो कि ये घूम के आए, योर ओनली क्राइटेरिया इज दैट द विथ should be greater than the r. So your width should be equal to r. X is 2r. मतलब your width has to be half of 56, which is 28. So even this is incorrect. Correct answer is option A and option B. Right? बढ़ते हैं अगले वाले सवाल पे. Now we have gone into the non-negative integer section. Vignesh, chemistry will also be there very soon. Once physics is done, we'll start with chemistry. चलो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है dimensions of a cone are measured using a scale with least count 2 millimeter. Diameter of the base and the height are both measured to be 20 centimeter. Maximum percentage error in the determination of the volume of base. तो एकदम लुल्लू question है ये. This is like a JEE mains level question. You know for a cone, volume is 1/3 pi r square h. राइट, उसको इन टर्म्स ऑफ डायमीटर लिख दो 1/3 पाई डी स्क्वायर बाई 4 इंटू एच। तो सिंपल डेल्टा वी बाई वी, और रादर सिंपल परसेंटेज चेंज के टर्म्स में कर देते हैं। परसेंटेज चेंज ऑफ v is 2 times the percentage change of d plus the percentage change of h। percentage change of d यार ये क्या है, 2 into delta d क्या है, delta d is least count 2 millimeters divided by this is 20 centimeter, right? so 200 plus उसका फिर से 2 millimeter मतलब 2 divided by the maximum height is 20, which is again going to be 200। 100 काटो into 100 लगा दो यहाँ पे, so you will get 2 over here। once you multiply the 100 in, you will get 2 over there and you will get 100 over here। so as a result 2 plus 1 you will get 3%। that is the answer, the answer is 3। ठीक है, लेट्स गो टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन स्टूडेंट्स। अगेन अगर आपको कोई भी डाउट होती है यू कैन आस्क मी, और आप वीडियो को लाइक जरूर करना। अगर आपने वीडियो लाइक नहीं किया है तो मेक श्योर यू आर ऑल्सो सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल, क्योंकि हम आपको थ्रू आउट द काउंसलिंग प्रोसीड्योर फ्रॉम हाउ टू फिल योर जोसा काउंसलिंग, विच कॉलेज इज बेस्ट फॉर यू, आपके रैंक के बेसिस पे कौन सा कॉलेज, उस कॉलेज में कौन से स्ट्रीम्स बेटर है, कौन से प्रॉपर स्ट्रीम है जिसपे आपको जॉब मिलेगा, वो सारी चीजें वी विल कवर हियर ऑन द इन्फिनिटी लर्न जेई चैनल एंड ऑल फॉर फ्री। सो ज़रूर हमारे चैनल में सब्सक्राइब रहना आप, और इस वीडियो को अभी के लिए आप लाइक डाल दो। बढ़ते हैं अगले सवाल पे। दिया हुआ है बॉल इज थ्रोन फ्रॉम अ लोकेशन ऑफ x0 y0 0,0 ऑन अ हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेग्राउंड विद एन इनिशियल स्पीड v0 एट एन एंगल θ0 फ्रॉम द प्लस x डायरेक्शन। द बॉल इज टू बी हिट बाय अ स्टोन विच इज थ्रोन एट द सेम टाइम फ्रॉम अ लोकेशन x1 y1 इक्वल टू l,0, राइट। The stone is thrown at an angle of 180 minus θ1। इसका मतलब सिर्फ ये कि एक स्टोन को मैं इधर से θ0 से भेजाऊं, दूसरे को उधर θ1 से भेजाऊं। 180 माइनस थीटा क्योंकि वो उधर से माप के आया है, टेक्निकली इट इज θ1 पे लॉन्च हो रहा है इस साइड पे। For a fixed volume V0, when θ0 is equal, θ0 θ1 is 45 stone hits after a time t1, and when θ0 and θ1 are 60 degree and 30 degree, then the ball will hit after a time t2। तो t1 by t2 स्क्वायर कितना होगा? सबसे कितने मार्क्स पे एससी कैटेगरी में कोई आईआईटी मिल सकता है? आई एम अज्यूमिंग अराउंड 60 to 70 में मिलेगा कोई आईआईटी अगर आप बोल रहे हो। फिजिक्स पेपर अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इट वाज मोर ऑफ अ 2022 लेवल, इट वाज टफर देन 2023 डेफिनेटली। 2023 के कंपैरिजन में थोड़ा ऊपर था, बट अगेन इट वाज नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट। जैसे कुछ देर पहले जो हमने क्वेश्चन किया ऑन एरर्स एंड मेजरमेंट्स, कितना डायरेक्ट सवाल था वो, ठीक है। तो चलो लेट्स सी दिस। क्या करना है? हाँ, तो मैं यहां पे ऐसे एक सेटअप से लॉन्च करता हूं, और इसको मैंने एट अ डिस्टेंस L से लॉन्च किया, राइट। सपोज इसको लॉन्च किया एट एन एंगल θ0, इसको लॉन्च किया एट एन एंगल θ1, ठीक है। सो ओवर हियर आप एक चीज पे गौर डालो कि जो वर्टिकल वेलोसिटीज है ना कंपोनेंट्स, दे हैव टू बी इक्वल, क्योंकि एट द सेम टाइम दे आर एट द सेम वर्टिकल पोजीशन। तो वर्टिकल पोजीशन वेलोसिटीज हैव टू बी इक्वल। चलो मैं इसको अगर v0 बोल देता हूं और इसको v1 बोल देता हूं, देन v0 साइन ऑफ θ0 विल बी इक्वल टू v1 साइन ऑफ θ1। ये रहेगा, ये मेरा पहला रिलेशन होगा। इसको आप इसके बेसिस पे आप v0 और v1 निकाल सकते हो, पुटिंग द वैल्यूज इन relation between V0 and β1, right? और इसके अलावा the other equation that I will get is कि ये V0 cos θ1, V0 cos θ0 into t, मतलब जो horizontal speed है, प्लस जो यहां पे V1 cos of θ1 into t जो है, that has to be equal to L, क्योंकि सेम टाइम में ये एक सर्टेन डिस्टेंस गया, ये एक सर्टेन डिस्टेंस गया, दैट टोटल डिस्टेंस हैव टू बी L, तभी वो सेम पॉइंट पे पहुंचे हैं, तभी जाके दे वुड कोलाइड ओवर देयर, राइट। सो दीज आर गोइंग टू बी योर टू इक्वेशंस। ये आपके दोनों इक्वेशंस होने वाले हैं, और उसके बेसिस पे ही यू कैन फिगर आउट एंड पुट एवरीथिंग दैट यू नीड। फॉर एग्जांपल t इज L डिवाइडेड बाई V नॉट cos थीटा नॉट प्लस V1 cos थीटा 1, ये आपका आएगा T। तो यहां से यू विल गेट ए रिलेशन बिटवीन V1 एंड V नॉट फॉर दिस एंगल, फॉर दिस एंगल, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं करके दिखाता हूं एक वाले पार्ट का एट 45, डिग्री। उस केस पे आप डालोगे तो यू विल गेट V नॉट इज इक्वल टू V1, राइट। और फिर वही चीज आप यहां पे चिपकाओगे तो यो T1 बोला गया उसको, T1 इज इक्वल टू L डिवाइडेड बाई V नॉट बाई रूट टू प्लस V नॉट बाई रूट टू, क्योंकि V1 वॉज इक्वल टू V नॉट, वो लगा दिया, आपको मिल गया T1। सेम तरह से एट 60,30 है, राइट। 60,30 पे आप करोगे तो आपका आएगा V नॉट इज इक्वल टू साइन ऑफ 60 रूट 3/2, सो V नॉट विल बी इक्वल टू V1 बाई रूट 3। सेम तरह से आप T2 के जगह पे बिठा दोगे L डिवाइडेड बाई V नॉट इंटू कॉस ऑफ 60 दैट इज V नॉट बाई 2 प्लस V1 की जगह पे आप बिठाओगे सॉरी मैंने उल्टा लिख दिया क्या इसको, चलो इसको इधर रूट 3 कर देते हैं। V1 की जगह पे आप रूट 3 V नॉट करोगे, सो रूट 3 V नॉट इंटू साइन इंटू कॉस ऑफ 30 डिग्री, जो कि आपको देगा रूट 3/2। आपका T2 भी आएगा। देन इफ यू डू T2 by T1 होल स्क्वायर, T2 by T1 होल स्क्वायर विल गिव यू द आंसर ऑफ 2। अगेन स्टूडेंट्स कैलकुलेशंस पे मैं नहीं जा रहा हूं। विघ्नेश कोई आपको डाउट हो रहा है स्पेसिफिक, आप पूछ लो यहां पे। यस आहान, इट इज आंसर इज 2। मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला ऑफ Q वो केमिस्ट्री सर से पूछना, वो आएंगे मेरे बाद ही, वो आएंगे जिमी। चलो लेट्स मूव टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। अगला वाला दिया हुआ है, चार्ज इज केप्ट एट द सेंट्रल पॉइंट P ऑफ अ सिलिंड्रिकल रीजन। The two edges subtend a half angle theta at P as shown in the figure. When theta is equal to 30 degree, then electric flux to the curved, just the outer curved surfaces of the cylinder is phi. If theta is 60 degree, तो electric flux to the curved surface becomes phi divided by root n. तो यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू क्या होगा? पूरा का पूरा क्वेश्चन बैठा हुआ है on one simple thing is that is finding the solid angle for a right circular cone. तो अगर आपके पास ऐसे right circular cone है at an angle theta, तो the solid angle it subtends is given by 2 pi 1 minus cos theta. That is the solid angle subtended by this part, by a right circular cone making a semi-vertical angle of theta. सेम तरह से इधर भी एक सेमी वर्टिकल एंगल ऑफ थीटा होगा। सो ये जो कर्व्ड पार्ट है, उस कर्व्ड पार्ट का सॉलिड एंगल कितना रहेगा? द सॉलिड एंगल ऑफ द कर्व्ड पार्ट बी इक्वल टू द टोटल सॉलिड एंगल माइनस 2 टाइम्स द सॉलिड एंगल ऑफ ईच कोन, जो कि होगा टोटल सॉलिड एंगल कितना होता है सबको पता है 4 पाई minus 2 into this, which is 4 pi into 1 minus cos theta, जो आप करोगे देगा आपको 4 pi cos theta. That's it. That is the solid angle of the curved part over there. ये आपका जैसे ही बन गया, फिर आप पूरा क्वेश्चन इजीली सॉल्व कर पाओगे। रीजन क्या है? रीजन है कि नाउ यू वांट टू गेट टू अ रिलेशन जो इतने सॉलिड एंगल का फ्लक्स बता पाए। वी नो व्हेन द फुल सॉलिड एंगल इज 4 पाई, राइट, देन द फ्लक्स इज Q by epsilon naught, और द फ्लक्स इज टोटल फ्लक्स इज टोटल फ्लक्स इज Q by epsilon naught। चलो रहने देते हैं, टोटल फ्लक्स इज Q by epsilon naught, right? When the solid angle would be omega, then it would be Q by 4 pi epsilon naught into omega. This is the relation between solid angle and the flux associated with it. तो आपका वो फिगर आउट हो गया, राइट? आप ओमेगा की जगह पे बिठा दो, आपको जो मिला है, आपको तो ओमेगा सी पे चाहिए, वहां पे इट इज क्यू बाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट ओमेगा सी, मतलब 4 पाई कॉस थीटा, 4 पाई कट गए, सो इट इज क्यू कॉस थीटा बाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट। तो आप देखो जो फ्लक्स है, द फ्लक्स दैट यू आर लुकिंग फॉर, फ्लक्स एट ओमेगा सॉलिड एंगल इज जस्ट प्रोपोर्शनल टू थीटा, मीनिंग phi divided by phi dash is equal to cos of 30 divided by the cos of 60. So phi by phi dash, cos 30 is root 3 by 2 divided by cos 60 is half, take the 2's out, so phi dash is phi by root 3, तो n का value will be equal to 3. That is the answer. Once Infinity has collaborated with schools in South India. Yes, they should be there. If your school is associated with us, you should be having the classes. परमेश्वर 194 नहीं, सिर्फ 3 आएगा, उतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीज नहीं आएगा, इट्स प्रीटी सिंपल। चलो लेट्स मूव टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। दिया हुआ है इक्विलैटरल ट्रायंगुलर प्रिज्म्स है P1 एंड P2 एंड दे आर केप्ट विद देयर साइड्स पैरेलल, ऐसे, ठीक। इन वैक्यूम एज शोन, a light ray enters prism P1 at an angle of incidence theta such that the outgoing ray undergoes minimum deviation, ठीक। respective refractive index of P1 and P2 are √3/2 and √3, तो थीटा, ये जो इंसिडेंट एंगल आया उसका वैल्यू कितना है। तो देखो बताया है कि सेकेंड वाले प्रिज्म में इट अंडरगोज मिनिमम डेविएशन। मिनिमम डेविएशन जब होता है देन यू नो कि द लाइट रे travels parallel to the base, right? It travels parallel to the base, और अगर मैं एक परपेंडिकुलर खींचता हूं तो दिस R1, ठीक है, R1, इसको मैं R1 बोलता हूं, is equal to a/2, इक्विलैटरल प्रिज्म है, दैट इज 60/2 which is 30 डिग्री। अगर वो 30 डिग्री है तो मेरे को मिल जाएगा व्हाट इज द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस, सॉरी, मेरे को मिल जाएगा व्हाट इज द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस, राइट, ये वाला कैसे मिलेगा, sin I will be equal to the refractive index time which is √3 times of sin R1, so sin I, √3 into sin R is 1/2, so √3/2, so I will get I is equal to 60 degree, yes, I is equal to 60 degree। अब क्योंकि ये दोनों सर्फेसेस पैरेलल है, अब देखो कि अगर मैं इस प्रिज्म के ऊपर एक नॉर्मल ड्रॉ करता हूं, दोज नॉर्मल्स आर पैरेलल टू ईच अदर, विच मीन्स अगर ये I है तो ये एंगल भी I है, दैट इज ऑल्सो 60 डिग्री, तो वो भी मेरा 60 डिग्री है, मतलब सेकेंड वाले फॉर दिस प्रिज्म angle of emergence is also 60 degree, angle of emergence is also 60 degree, तो वहां पे what is this, let's call it R2 for now, what is the angle of refraction there, I know sin of E is equal to, उसका refractive index है √3/2, 2 into sin R2, राइट, तो sin E क्या है, sin of 60 डिग्री इज √3/2, √3/2 sin R2, √3 काट दो, इसका √2 छोड़ेगा, सो R2 विल कम आउट टू बी 45 डिग्री। अगर R2 मेरा 45 डिग्री आ गया देन आई नो यहां पे तो कोई मिनिमम डेविएशन केस नहीं है, बट स्टिल आई नो कि R1 प्लस R2, और रादर इस मीडियम में इसको चलो R1 डैश बोल देते हैं हम लोग, ठीक है, लेट्स कॉल इट R1 डैश फॉर नाउ। तो टेक्निकली इस पे R1 प्लस R2 जो है दैट शुड बी इक्वल टू द एंगल ऑफ द प्रिज्म विच इज 60 डिग्री। तो मेरा जो R1 है विच इज टेक्निकली द एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन हियर, दैट इज 60 माइनस 45 विच इज 15 डिग्री। तो जो फर्स्ट मेरा यहां पे रे चला है, लेकिन यू गेट इट कि यहां पे इट इज 15 डिग्री। तो अब मैं फाइनल यहां पे इक्वेशन लिखूंगा स्नेल्स लॉ का, व्हाट विल आई गेट, साइन ऑफ थीटा इज इक्वल टू रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स विच इज रूट ओवर ऑफ 3/2 इंटू साइन ऑफ 15 डिग्री। तो आप साफ देख सकते हो वही साइन इनवर्स को मैं खिसकाता हूं तो इट स्टेज एज इज। 15 डिग्री इज π/12, so beta is equal to 12. That is the answer. Beta is equal to 12. Okay? बढ़े आगे। स्टूडेंट्स मेक श्योर आप सब्सक्राइब कर रहे हो और इस वीडियो को आप लाइक कर रहे हो अगर आपने अभी तक वीडियो लाइक नहीं किया है तो। अगला वाला सवाल क्या दिया हुआ है? इट सेज एन इन्फिनिटली लॉन्ग थिन वायर having a uniform charge density per unit length of 5 nanocoulomb per meter passing through a spherical shell of radius 1 meter as shown. Right? In the figure, a 10 nanocoulomb charge is distributed uniformly over the spherical shell. If the configuration of the charges remains static, the magnitude of potential difference between point P and point R कितना होगा? Right? तो बहुत easy सवाल है। आप निकालो what is the contribution to the potential difference because of the infinite wire. Infinite wire की वजह से difference in potential from P to R is equal to 2k lambda ln of Rp by R. ये formula, और this is because of the lambda, because of the infinite line charge, और पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस का कंट्रीब्यूशन बिकॉज ऑफ द स्फेरिकल शेल फ्रॉम P to R बिकॉज ऑफ द शेल इज जस्ट गोइंग टू बी क्यू दिया हुआ है, हाँ, KQ इंटू 1/RP माइनस 1/RR। दैट्स इट। इन सब के बस वैल्यूज आप बिठाओ, मैं वैल्यूज नहीं बिठा रहा हूं, आप वैल्यूज बिठाओ। इसका ln 4 आएगा क्योंकि 0.2 डिवाइडेड बाई 0.5 ln 4 आएगा। सो आपने अकॉर्डिंगली जैसे ही बिठाई ln ऑफ R माइनस RP होगा। ठीक है, आप जैसे ही बिठाओगे एड अप द पोटेंशियल्स। सो अगेन आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू द कैलकुलेशन ऑफ दिस, सिंपली जस्ट पुटिंग इन वैल्यूज एंड फाइनली डूइंग द टोटल पोटेंशियल डिफरेंसेस VPR लैम्डा प्लस VPR फ्रॉम द स्फेरिकल शेल। आप करोगे तो आपका आएगा, लेट मी चेक, हाँ 171। क्योंकि कैलकुलेशन हैवी है इसीलिए आई ब्रॉट द आंसर्स रिटन फॉर यू। आंसर आएगा 151। व्हाट रैंक टू एक्सपेक्ट? 150 आप ले लो, 3,000 3,500 के अराउंड आएगा। यस ड्रैगन, ऑफ कोर्स IL विल गेट रैंकर्स दिस ईयर, AIRs दिस ईयर, स्टे ट्यून्ड, पता चल जाएगा आपको। चलो इसको देखते हैं। दिया हुआ है स्फेरिकल सोप बबल इनसाइड एन एयर चेंबर एट अ प्रेशर P0 given by 10 to the power 5 pascals has a certain radius so that excess pressure inside the bubble is delta P 144 pascals, right? Now the chamber pressure is reduced to 8 P0 by 27 so that the bubble radius and its excess pressure change. In this process all the temperatures remain unchanged, तो मतलब एक isothermal process हो रहा है, and assume air to be an ideal gas and the excess pressure delta P in both cases is much smaller than the chamber pressure. मतलब अगर delta P much smaller than the chamber pressure है तो आप pressure inside the bubble for thermodynamic process literally chamber pressure को ही ले सकते हो। तो उसके बेसिस पे you know P0 V0 is equal to अगले वाले केस पे 8 P0 by 27 इंटू V0 डैश। P0 क्या हटाओ, अब V0 क्या है? दैट इज 4/3 पाई R0 क्यूब इज 8/27 इंटू 4/3 पाई R1 क्यूब। चलो 4/3 पाइज हटाओ, सो R0 या R1 इज इक्वल टू 3/2 R0। ये 3/2 आएगा रूट क्यूब रूट करने पे, इट विल गो देयर। हाय शाइस्ता, वेलकम। 5.2 के था 150 पे, वही बता रहा हूँ आपको। 5.2 शायद थोड़ा नीचे पे ही आ सकता है इस बार। बात है कि वहाँ पे द कंपटीशन बिकम्स वेरी टाइट, सो इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल मोर डिफिकल्ट टू प्रेडिक्ट देयर, बट यू विल गेट अ IIT इन अ डिसेंट स्ट्रीम, decent IIT in a decent stream you will get. चलो R1 के बेसिस पे मेरे को क्या काम करना है, अब पूछा है न्यू एक्सेस प्रेशर कितना है, अगर ओरिजिनल एक्सेस प्रेशर डेल्टा टी था, एक्सेस प्रेशर यू नो इज 40 by R inside a soap bubble. So delta P1 by delta P2 R2 by R1, ठीक है, और रादर R1 by R0 लिखना चाहिए यहां पे, R1 by R0, और इसको P0 और इसको P1 करते हैं. So delta P1 is equal to P0 R0, delta P0 is 144 into R0 by R0 by R1 would be 2 by 3. इसको हटाओ, 48, 2 into 48, the answer is 96. That is the answer. Yes शाइस्ता, it will start from couple of days, कल परसों से ही स्टार्ट हो जाएगा शाइस्ता. अभी बहुत लोग हमारे चैनल पे जितने लोग जुड़े हैं, all of them have just been preparing for advance, तो हम लोग भी बहुत डेडिकेटेडली कर रहे थे, और आप भी ग्रेटफुल रहोगे जब अगले साल आपके लिए करेंगे. तब अगर हम जेई एडवांस से पहले 1-2 दिन भी आप लोगों का मैं जेई मेंस की तैयारी करा रहा हूँ, तो आपको भी थोड़ा लगेगा. तो अभी थोड़ा सा टाइम उनको देते हैं. वील ऑब्वियसली स्टार्ट, आपके लिए है कंटेंट, हम लोग एक नया सीरीज स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. चलो अगले वाले सवाल पे चलते हैं. दिया हुआ है पैराग्राफ क्वेश्चन है, in Young's double slit experiment, each of the two slits A and B as shown in the figure oscillating about their fixed center with a mean separation of 0.8 millimeter. So the distance between the slits at a time t is given by d is equal to 0.8 plus 0.4 sin omega t, where omega is given by this. Distance of the screen from the slit is 1 meter and the wavelength of the light used to illuminate the slits is 6000 Armstrong. इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न हो रहा है while the central bright fringe remains fixed at 0. तो ये है आपका सेटअप. अब उसके बेसिस पे पहला पैराग्राफ क्वेश्चन है, 8th bright fringe above the point O oscillates with time between two extreme positions, obviously क्योंकि ये स्लिट विथ वैरी कर रहा है, राइट. सेपरेशन बिटवीन द टू एक्सट्रीम पोजिशंस विल बी व्हाट इन माइक्रोमीटर्स. तो पैराग्राफ क्वेश्चन है बस, और 4 क्वेश्चन है. देन सरफराज सर विल कम बैक, बस कुछ ही टाइम लगेगा हम लोग को, फिर सरफराज सर आ जाएंगे विद द केमिस्ट्री सेक्शन. तो सबसे पहला है 8 ब्राइट फ्रिंज का किस पोजीशन के अबाउट वो ऑसिलेट करेगा. तो अब देखो जनरली फॉर्मूला क्या होता है कोई भी पोजीशन के लिए, इट इज एन लैम्डा कैपिटल डी बाई स्मॉल डी, राइट. एन लैम्डा कैपिटल डी बाई स्मॉल डी. तो हमारे 8th फ्रिंज के लिए xn बोलना चाहिए, 8th फ्रिंज के लिए इट वुड बी 8 लैम्डा कैपिटल डी बाई स्मॉल डी. अब क्योंकि ये स्मॉल डी का वैल्यू वैरी कर रहा है, इसीलिए ये x8 का पोजीशन वैरी करेगा. सो द डेल्टा x8, अब सोचो ये स्मॉल डी का वैल्यू कहां से कहां जा सकता है. साइन थीटा कैन हैव अ मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ +1 to -1. उसके बेसिस पे डेल्टा x वुड बी 8 लैम्डा डी डिवाइडेड बाई स्मॉल डी की जगह पे एक बार हम करेंगे 0.8 माइनस 0.4 माइनस 0.04, और अगली बार हम करेंगे 8 लैम्डा डी 0.8 प्लस 0.04. क्यों? क्योंकि जब मिनिमम वैल्यू है, द स्लिट का गैप इज मिनिमम, तब इस पोजीशन पे होगा, राइट, द 8th फ्रिंज. और जब स्लिट का गैप मैक्सिमम है, जहां पे लिटरली साइन ओमेगा टी इज मैक्सिमम, देन इस जगह पे होगा द एंटायर सेटअप. सो दैट इज द डेल्टा एक्स ओवर हियर, कि द 8th ब्राइट फ्रिंज किन 2 पॉइंट्स के बीच में शिफ्ट करने वाला है, राइट. अगले वाले पे चले. आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. अगेन मैं कैलकुलेट नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं आपको आंसर बता देता हूं. इसका आंसर वुड कम समवेयर अराउंड 601.5, ऐसे किसी पॉइंट पे आएगा, ठीक है. चलो अगला वाला सेम सेटअप है, पूरा सेम सेटअप है, लेकिन अगले बिकॉज इट्स अ पैराग्राफ टाइप, इस पे पूछा है व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम स्पीड इन माइक्रोमीटर्स पर सेकंड एट विच द 8th ब्राइट फ्रिंज विल मूव, राइट. तो यहां पे आप देखो व्हाट डू वी डू हियर, वी स्टार्ट विथ वही हमारा पोजीशन क्या है 8th फ्रिंज का, दैट वाज 8 लैम्डा कैपिटल डी डिवाइडेड बाय, अब कोई हम एक्सट्रीम वैल्यू नहीं लगाएंगे, हम पूरा स्मॉल डी का जो वैल्यू है वो करेंगे, विच इज 0.8 प्लस 0. या फिर 0.4 प्लस नहीं 0.8 प्लस 0.04 साइन ओमेगा टी था. यस 0.04 साइन ओमेगा टी. ये था मेरा पोजीशन ऑफ द एट्थ फ्रिंज. राइट, मेरे को इसका स्पीड चाहिए बिकॉज दे आर आस्किंग व्हाट इज द स्पीड विथ विच द एट्थ फ्रिंज मूव्स. तो आई एम डूइंग ddT ऑफ x8. ddT ऑफ x8 जो अगर आप करोगे आपका 8 लैम्डा डी बाई डी तो चलो कांस्टेंट है, उसको निकालो. नीचे का भी रहेगा 0.8 प्लस 0.04 साइन ओमेगा टी होल स्क्वायर. चेन रूल है. फिर अंदर वाला पार्ट डिफरेंशिएट करेंगे तो आएगा 0.04 इंटू ओमेगा इंटू कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा टी. You will get this as the speed. जो speed आप मांग रहे हो, you will get this as the speed. ठीक है, तो हमारे पास स्पीड आ गया. अब हम किस पॉइंट पे स्पीड चाहिए? मैक्सिमम स्पीड चाहिए. तो आप देख लो V max is at t equal to 0. क्योंकि ये पोजीशन टेक्निकली 0.8 के अबाउट वो आगे पीछे कर रहा है. तो t equal to 0 से वो स्टार्ट कर रहा है बिकॉज इट वॉज अ साइन फंक्शन. और स्टार्ट कर रहा है मतलब वो मीन पोजीशन है. मीन पोजीशन पे यू नो स्पीड इज मैक्सिमम. दैट इज व्हाई आई टुक t इक्वल टू 0 पे मैक्सिमम स्पीड, क्योंकि t इक्वल टू 0 पे वी हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड इट्स एट द मीन पोजीशन. तो इफ यू पुट दैट इन अगेन, मैं इसके कैलकुलेशन में नहीं जाऊंगा, तो आपका मैक्सिमम स्पीड शुड कम आउट टू बी 24. इसका आंसर 24 आएगा. ऑलराइट, लेट्स मूव अहेड अगले वाले पे. स्टूडेंट्स, मेक श्योर आप इस वीडियो को लाइक कर रहे हो अगर आपने अभी तक लाइक नहीं किया है, एंड सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल ताकि आपको पूरा गाइडेंस मिल सके विथ रिगार्ड्स टू कौन सा कॉलेज आपके लिए बेस्ट है, जो सा काउंसलिंग कराते कैसे हैं, ये फ्लोट फ्रीज ये सारी चीजें हैं क्या, सब विस्तार में आपको समझाएंगे. आपको पूरा लिटरली हैंड होल्डिंग बोलते हैं ना, एग्जाम में तो नहीं कर सकते लेकिन जो सा काउंसलिंग में हम कर सकते हैं और हम करेंगे यहाँ पे इस चैनल पे. तो मेक श्योर आप सब्सक्राइब रहते हो हमारे इन्फिनिटी लर्न जेई चैनल पे. लास्ट 2 क्वेश्चन है, पैराग्राफ टाइप ही है. दिया हुआ है 2 पार्टिकल्स 1 and 2, दोनों का मास है m. दे आर कनेक्टेड बाय अ मासलेस स्प्रिंग एंड आर ऑन अ हॉरिजॉन्टल फ्रिक्शनलेस प्लेन. इनिशियली द 2 पार्टिकल्स विद द सेंटर ऑफ मास एट x0 ऑसिलेट कर रहे हैं, खुद में आप ऑसिलेट कर रहे हैं पहले से ही. एंगुलर फ्रीक्वेंसी ओमेगा है उनका. Thus their position at a time t are given by x1 is equal to this x0 plus d a sin of omega t or x0 minus d minus a sin of omega t. The particle 3 of mass m moves towards this system with a speed of u0 which is a omega by 2 or undergoes instantaneous elastic collision with the particle 2, मतलब इधर वाले particle 2 का at time t equal to t0. Finally, particle 1 and 2 acquire a center of mass speed Vcm and oscillate with amplitude V and the same angular frequency. Sir, बस 2 क्वेश्चन है और 5 minutes or so. Right? Vcm and oscillate with the angular speed V. तो सबसे पहला पूछा गया है collision occur कर रहा है t equal to t0 equal to 0 पे. हाँ ठीक, t0 equal to 0 पे. तो द वैल्यू ऑफ Vcm बाई a ओमेगा कितना होने वाला है? तो देखो t0 इक्वल टू 0 का मतलब क्या है? क्योंकि इट इज ऑसिलेटिंग लाइक दिस, आपका जो पार्टिकल 2 है, जो ये पार्टिकल 2 है, आप सोचो उसका स्पीड क्या होगा. स्पीड इज इक्वल टू, अगर आप किसी को भी डिफरेंशिएट करते हो, यहां पे मैं पार्टिकल 2 को ही करूंगा dx2 dt, अगर मैं करता हूं तो आप देखोगे आपका आएगा माइनस ए ओमेगा साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी, सॉरी कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा टी. राइट, ये V2 और V1 आएगा ए ओमेगा कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा टी. ठीक, दिस इज योर एक्स वेलोसिटी ऑफ पार्टिकल 2 और पार्टिकल 1. ब्लू विंग, इट वाज नॉट इजी, इट वाज अ मॉडरेट लेवल पेपर फिजिक्स का. तो ये मेरे वेलोसिटीज आ गए दोनों. अब इनके बेसिस पे मेरे को क्या पता चल रहा है, t इक्वल टू 0 पे V2 at t equal to 0 V2 is equal to minus a omega, sorry minus a omega, minus a omega मतलब minus 2 u0. और V1 इज जस्ट इक्वल टू प्लस 2 u नॉट। ये इंपॉर्टेंट है मेरे लिए, क्यों? क्योंकि अब इसका भी मास सेम, इसका भी मास सेम, और जिस मोमेंट पे कोलिजन हो रहा है इट इज कमिंग इन दैट डायरेक्शन विद स्पीड u नॉट एंड दिस इज गोइंग इन दिस डायरेक्शन विद स्पीड ऑफ 2 u नॉट। कोलिजन होगा, वेलोसिटी एक्सचेंज हो जाएंगे, मतलब आफ्टर कोलिजन, जस्ट आफ्टर कोलिजन, ये जो पार्टिकल 1 था वो तो इस तरफ जा रहा था 2 u नॉट, सही था। ये जो इधर जा रहा था 2 u नॉट, उसको घुमा के इधर एट स्पीड u नॉट हो गया, क्योंकि सेम मास पार्टिकल्स इफ दे कोलाइड दे एक्सचेंज वेलोसिटीज। तो ये अपना वेलोसिटी उसको दे देगा और ये वाला पीछे की तरफ 2 u नॉट पे जाएगा। तो अभी सेंटर ऑफ मास का वेलोसिटी निकालना एकदम आसान सी चीज है। सेंटर ऑफ मास का वेलोसिटी क्या है? m इंटू यू नॉट प्लस m इंटू 2 u नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई द सम ऑफ द मासेस विच इज 2m, आएगा क्या? u नॉट प्लस 2 u नॉट विच इज 3/2 u नॉट। एंड व्हाट इज u नॉट? u नॉट वाज इक्वल टू, कहाँ गया? u नॉट वाज a ओमेगा बाई 2, 3/4 a ओमेगा। तो मेरे को चाहिए द रेशियो विथ a ओमेगा, VCM बाई a ओमेगा ही पूछा गया है, तो VCM बाई a ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 3/4 विच इज 0.75। तो इसका आंसर 0.75 होगा, राइट? अगला वाला देखते हैं, लास्ट वाला सवाल कि टू पार्टिकल्स वही सेम सेटअप है एज इट इज। अब की बार पूछा गया है कोलिजन अकर्स एट t इक्वल टू π/2 ओमेगा, π/2 ओमेगा पे कोलिजन हो रहा है, देन व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ 4b²/a²? तो यहां पे अब गौर से देखो, t नॉट π/2 ओमेगा, मतलब अगर मैं सेम वो v1 इज इक्वल टू a ओमेगा साइन ऑफ ओमेगा t करूं और v2 इज इक्वल टू माइनस a ओमेगा साइन ऑफ ओमेगा t करूं, सॉरी कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा t, माय बैड, ये सारे कॉस होंगे, कॉस ऑफ ओमेगा टी करूं, तो आप देख सकते हो एट t इज इक्वल टू π/2 ओमेगा, वहां पे आप साफ देख सकते हो कि यू वुड हैव v1 एंड v2 इज 0, मतलब दोनों अपने एक्सट्रीम पोजिशंस पे, जिस मोमेंट कोलिजन हुआ है उस पॉइंट पे दे आर एट द एक्सट्रीम पोजिशंस, ऑसिलेट कर रहे हैं एक्सट्रीम पोजिशन पे, सेंटर ऑफ मास का स्पीड 0 है। उस मोमेंट पे अगर ये जाके हिट करता है तो अगेन वेलोसिटीज विल बी एक्सचेंज पार्टिकल 2 के साथ, तो ये वाला मास टकराने के बाद रुक जाएगा क्योंकि वेलोसिटी 2 वाज एट रेस्ट एट दैट मोमेंट, और वेलोसिटी 2 के पास उस मोमेंट पे एक स्पीड आ जाएगा ऑफ u नॉट। तो जस्ट आफ्टर कोलिजन सेटअप कुछ ऐसा दिखेगा, दोनों मासेस हैं एट मैक्सिमम इलोंगेशन, मैक्सिमम इलोंगेशन में इसका वेलोसिटी है u नॉट, उसका वेलोसिटी है 0, मैक्सिमम इलोंगेशन पॉइंट पे। तो वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास क्या होगा? इट इज mu नॉट डिवाइडेड बाई 2m which is u नॉट बाई 2, इट इज u नॉट बाई 2, ठीक है? ये वेलोसिटी ऑफ सेंटर ऑफ मास आ गया। अब ये दोनों ऑसिलेट करते हुए आगे जाएंगे। मैं एक और दूसरा पॉइंट लेता हूं जहां पे लिटरली नेक्स्ट मोमेंट, ये तो अभी आगे पीछे होगा, ये तो इस मोमेंट पे इट्स नॉट स्टेबल, ऐसे ऐसे करते मूव करते हुए जाएगा। देयर विल बी अ मोमेंट जहां पे, जिस मोमेंट पे मैक्सिमम एक्सटेंशन होगा, फिर से जिस मोमेंट पे एक्सटेंशन मैक्सिमम होगा वहां पे इसका वेलोसिटी भी u नॉट बाई 2 होगा, इसका वेलोसिटी भी u नॉट बाई 2 ही होगा, एंड दिस विल हैव बीन स्ट्रेच्ड बाय इट्स मैक्सिमम अमाउंट, राइट? तो टोटल एनर्जी मैं इक्वेट कर पाऊंगा। अब ओरिजिनल केस पे देखो, ओरिजिनल केस पे सिस्टम में देयर वाज एनर्जी ओवर हियर व्हिच वाज हाफ m u नॉट स्क्वायर प्लस स्प्रिंग, वहां पे भी पूरा एक्सटेंडेड था लेकिन वहां पे एम्पलीट्यूड था a का, राइट? तो द टोटल स्ट्रेच वाज 2a, क्योंकि इधर का a इधर का a, द टोटल स्ट्रेच वाज फॉर 2a, तो हाफ k इंटू 2a स्क्वायर, एंड दैट इज इक्वल टू, फाइनल केस पे क्या हो रहा है? फाइनल केस पे इंडिविजुअली इन दोनों के पास काइनेटिक एनर्जी, वो फर्स्ट बॉल तो रुक गया था, तो 2 इंटू हाफ m u नॉट बाई 2 होल स्क्वायर प्लस, अब फिर से ये पूरा का पूरा स्ट्रेच्ड है, लेकिन फिर से एक चीज पे गौर रखना, वो ये कि यू हैव नाउ द एम्पलीट्यूड b, तो आपका पूरा स्ट्रेच बिकम्स 2b, b इसके लिए b उसके लिए, सो यू विल गेट हाफ k 2b स्क्वायर। अब u नॉट की जगह आप a ओमेगा लगाओ। एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, ये जो k है आपको इस k को खिसकाना है, क्योंकि आपको फाइनल आंसर में b स्क्वायर a स्क्वायर के टर्म्स में चाहिए। तो एक चीज पे गौर डालना आप, दिस k इज द स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट ओवर हियर। नॉर्मली हमें पता है, हम जो यहां पे a ओमेगा चिपकाते हुए आ रहे हैं, वी नॉर्मली नो कि ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू रूट k बाई m, राइट। लेकिन यहां पे ओमेगा वुड बी रूट 2k बाई m। क्यों? क्योंकि दिस इज टू मासेस ऑसिलेटिंग, तो दिस इज अ रिड्यूस्ड मास कॉन्सेप्ट। और रिड्यूस्ड मास के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से क्या होगा, म्यू इज इक्वल टू m इंटू एम बाई एम प्लस एम, जो कि देगा m बाई 2। इसीलिए यहां पे m बाई 2 होगा। तो जब आप यहां पे रिप्लेस कर रहे हो, रिप्लेस अकॉर्डिंगली। अगर आप सॉल्व करते हो, मैं यहां पे कैलकुलेशन में नहीं जाऊंगा, 4b स्क्वायर बाई a स्क्वायर विल गिव यू 4.25। दैट वुड बी द आंसर फॉर दिस। तो ये था हमारा लास्ट क्वेश्चन फिजिक्स के सेक्शन में। अब केमिस्ट्री सर सरफराज सर आएंगे। फिजिक्स का ओवरऑल अगर मैं बताऊं, पेपर मॉडरेट था, पिछले साल से थोड़ा ऊपर था, बट इट वाज अ कैलकुलेशन हैवी। क्वेश्चन समझना, द लैंग्वेज ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, वो ज्यादा ट्रिकियर था एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में, जिसमें स्टूडेंट्स अक्सर थोड़ा स्ट्रगल करते हैं कि घर पे आके समझ में आ जाता है, लेकिन एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में क्वेश्चन समझना बिकम्स अ बिट डिफिकल्ट। इट वाज मोर ऑफ दैट काइंड। क्वेश्चन बाय इटसेल्फ नीदर, कैलकुलेशन अगर मैं हटा दूं, बाय इटसेल्फ क्वेश्चन बहुत लंबे नहीं थे, बहुत ज्यादा ट्विस्टेड नहीं थे। इट वाज जस्ट द लैंग्वेज एंड द कैलकुलेशन। तो दैट इज माय एनालिसिस ऑफ द फिजिक्स पेपर। अब सरफराज सर विल बी हियर, ही विल टेक यू थ्रू द केमिस्ट्री सेक्शंस। सर आपके केमिस्ट्री के स्लाइड्स शायद पीछे हैं,
आप करके दो।
हाँ, केमिस्ट्री खोल के आता हूँ। सरफराज सर विल बी हियर इन अ मोमेंट, और वो आपको पूरा केमिस्ट्री का पूरा डिटेल्ड एनालिसिस कर देंगे। वन सेकेंड। तो आई विल नाउ invite Sarfaraz sir.
Hello sir.
Here. Hello sir.
Thank you sir.
Here you go. Sir.
Hello students, all of you all welcome. Welcome to the class. So dear students, today we are going to discuss our JEE Advanced Paper 2 of Chemistry. Right? So now dear students, we will discuss the detailed solution and the way by which the papers are getting published, or how they are been made in different patterns, different ways. All right, we will discuss. Right. So now coming to the first question, without wasting time, the first question of the JEE. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right. So the first question is, according to Bohr's model, the highest kinetic energy is associated with which of the following electron? You can answer this in many ways. You can answer this in many ways. Right. One of the way is, we know that the energy associated with any electron is given by minus 13.6 into z square by n square in terms of any units. Generally this, we take this for electron volt per atom we take. So obviously this is constant for everyone, right. Now if you speak about the first, if you speak about option A, right. So it will be first orbit of hydrogen atom. So first orbit of hydrogen atom means it will be 1 square by 1 square. If you take option B, it will be first orbit of helium atom, that is it will be 2 square by 1 square, right. Then second orbit of helium, then it will be 2 square by 2 square, and D, it is second orbit of lithium, that means it will be 3 square by 2 square. Can anybody can please tell me, this is a cheap question, very easy question. The first question was easy, but the ending question is very tough and standard it is. Okay. So please tell me the answer. Obviously answer is option B. No need to tell you. It was very easy. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Right. Thank you, Shaista. Right. Now second question. Right. Second question is, in a metal deficient oxide, in a metal deficient oxide, M is present. Okay, so M is present in two oxidation state. Okay, so this is the oxide. In this, M is in what form? +2 form, and M is also present in +3 form, and it is oxide, so it will be O -2. Correct? Now the formula is of the oxide is Mx, Y2 and O4. If the fraction of M+2 ions present in M is 1/3, so here it's very easy question this is, that means M+2 fraction if you take, he is saying it is 1/3, then M+3 fraction will be how much? It will be 2/3, right? Of how much time? Of x times, so you have to multiply here by x, and here also you have to multiply by x, right? Then what you have to do, he is asking the fraction of if the value of x is, so obviously you have to do sum of all oxidation states, sum of all states. So if you do sum of all state oxidation state, if you find out, then answer you are going to get 0.75. This is also pretty easy question. From here onwards, turning point of chemistry is coming. That means when you are writing your examination, initially the examiner showed you a bit, he brought you in comfort zone. This is not a cheap question. This is a good question. This is a standard question. So examiner first starting 1-2 questions he gave you easy, and slowly he took you towards the tough area. Are you following? He took you towards the tough area, right? So let us see L-glucose, HI chromic acid, right? So everybody tell me, let it be L-glucose or any glucose. Here glucose is not the criteria. L or D or any glucose. Here we are having this formula. Correct, dear students? Come on, reply. Is it clear? Let it be glucose, mannose, anything. This is the general formula. With HI and heat, what is the function of HI? It will remove all the oxygens, right? Therefore, the first step, if you treat with HI and heat, then everybody should know this will become CH3, CH2 middle taken 4 times, and this will become CH3. That is N-hexane will come. Right? First step over HI. Next, second step. Second step is directly from NCERT. First step is also directly from NCERT. If you take in aluminium oxide or chromium oxide, any one, and temperature is very high, 775 Kelvin, everybody should know that aromatization will occur. This is called aromatization reaction, where ring will form, and along with it you are going to get 3 moles of hydrogenate side product that we can ignore. Now chlorine in excess in UV light. So dear students, if you treat in chlorine in Lewis acid, then everybody should know that benzene character is not lost, and you are going to get chlorobenzene. But he is saying in UV, that is light, then in light everybody know addition reaction will occur, and all the double bonds, here this will behave like alkene, and here you are going to get this particular compound. Dear students, have you heard about Lakshman Rekha? Anytime, ads will come, Lakshman Rekha, cockroach will be there, and they will draw one line, and cockroach will come and he will die. Have you seen that ad anytime on TV? So if you remember that, this is nothing but that only. This is nothing but it is a very famous insecticide. It is a very famous insecticide, and in market it has many names, and one of the name I would like to tell you is Gamaxine. Some people call it Lindane. Different names are there, no problem, for the same compound. Right, dear students? So I think no need to say the option is visible to you, right? Okay, next. The species form on fluorination of phosphorus pentachloride in polar organic solvent. Dear students, as soon as you see this question, this is not a cheap question, this is moderate question, this is not a so cheap question. That language cheap will come generally in mains. Starting 1-2 questions are little bit cheap in this paper, but others all are a bit tough. Okay, right. So if you see phosphorus pentachloride, if you are a good student and you have prepared, as soon as you will see phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5, in your brain the most important thing should come in your mind is what? Vacant d orbital. So everybody should know that phosphorus pentachloride is having vacant d orbital, right? It is having vacant d orbital. So vacant d orbital means what? It can invite, therefore means it can invite any negative species in its vacant orbital. That is the meaning of it. So let us start the journey. So let me start from here. So if you take PCl5 and if you do fluorination, F2, if you do, obviously what will happen now? First one fluorine will replace, one chlorine is replaced by fluorine, right? If one chlorine is replaced by one fluorine, then to other side what will happen, tell me? PCl4 plus, or you can add here only, no need to add one also, right? Right. Now here F2 simultaneously, or you can add, right, will give you PCl4 and this will become F2, this will become -1. Now these two will join in the beaker and form a complex. So if you see the options, PFI is not coming, PFI this is out. Now from these two options any one can be the option. So you can see this is PF4 plus, no, negative, positive, PSS, both are not possible. So only the possible option which is appearing here is option B. Easy question, right? This is a bit controversial question. Controversial means what? Some students of mine, some students are telling mine, sir, answer is A, ACD, some are saying AC, some are saying AD. 3 students of mine, no, so not 3, 2 students of mine are saying, some are saying answer A, C, D, some are saying AD, sorry AC and ACD, AD and ACD, D is the controversial here. So I will explain you why it is possible, why not it is possible. So he is saying that hydrazine is undergoing oxidation, releasing energy in the form of electrical energy, and one of the product is nitrogen. So already hint is given to you. So here all of you can see hydrazine he is saying reacting with oxygen, and one of the product he gave nitrogen, right? If you are a good student, you better know that balancing we have to do now, right? He only gave this, examiner gave this I am not writing, examiner already said. Therefore here you will get what? 2H2O. That's all. This is already given in question. Okay? Now this is happening in electrolysis. You should not forget that this is a electrolysis process where electricity is involved. So therefore first we should see that this is, I will change the color, this is -2 oxidation state and this is going to 0. So -2 to 0 if you see, this is undergoing oxidation. This is 0 oxygen. From here oxygen is going to -2, this is reduction, correct? So reduction and oxidation is clear. So first we will focus what is happening at anode. So everybody know that at anode what will happen? Oxidation is going to happen, right? So how the oxidation will happen? Hydrazine will react with OH minus and gives nitrogen plus 4H2O, for balancing you can write here 4 plus 4 electron, right? Now the question is, from where did we got this 4OH minus? For that we have to go for cathode. At cathode what is happening? Reduction is happening. So here what happens? Oxygen, right, reacts with water and forms OH minus, 4OH minus, because equal should be produced, right? So to make it 4 I will write here 2, oxygen balanced, and for balancing of charge right? Okay. So plus here to balance it, I have to write here 4 electrons, right? Now all of you all, if you write the net reaction, if you write the net reaction, you can see 4 electrons cancelled, 4 OH minus cancelled, 2 water and 2 water cancelled, you will get the original reaction. Okay. Now the question is, this is balancing, a bit detailed discussion, right? Now all of you will see OH minus and react with hydrazine at anode to form nitrogen. At anode hydrazine, OH is reacting and forming nitrogen, correct. Next, at cathode hydrazine breaks to nitrogen and nascent hydrogen forms. Is it true? No. So this is absolute false. At the cathode, molecular oxygen gets converted to OH minus at cathode. At cathode, molecular oxygen gets converted to OH minus. True. Now, dear students, controversy is coming in option D. Option D, what is the controversy? Oxides of nitrogen are major byproducts of electrochemical process. See, dear students, if you are doing here we are not talking about any oxides of nitrogen, right? The question also he is discussing that there is no oxide of nitrogen. We can say like this, we can say chances are there. We can just say chances are there for minor products, for minor, not major. How? That minor product nitrogen may react with oxygen during the process and some oxide may form, but in this particular process it is not forming. So according to me, according to Sarfara sir, D cannot be the answer, okay. But if this is based upon memory of the students, if some language will change, then there is a chance that the key may change off, okay. But A and C are the confirmed answers. Next, this is the most beautiful question which has appeared for us in our examination. 1 second. How to duplicate this? Okay, no problem. Beautiful question, we will do it. So I will take it here. I am drawing the structure. One, okay. One, two, three carbons. 1, 2, 3 carbons, COO, TT, ethyl. 1, 2, 3, okay. Cyanide. Right. Okay, dear friends. Now the question is, the first option will do. This is coming, correct? So here acid it became, here aldehyde, alcohol. So here this is alcohol, here alcohol, here he made cis, this is acid, and here he made cis, and this is aldehyde. Am I right? Yeah, this is the question, this is P and this is Q. Now the question is, he is asking us different possibilities. So first we will do Lindlar. So all of you tell me, once you do Lindlar, so first if you do Lindlar, tin chloride, sodium borohydride, water. So all of you can say, okay, sorry, right. If you do Lindlar, I will show one detail, remaining we can do it directly. So once you do Lindlar, then you are going to get right. Now Lindlar converts alkynes into cis form. So this is not disturbed, correct? This also cyanide is not. Oh, 1 minute, one more carbon. So by chance if I miss one carbon, please tell me. It's not a problem, but still it is problem. So right, 1, 2, 3 carbons, right. So this cannot be reduced and this will be as such, right. Only the alkyne became alkene, cis alkene. Next, second step, tin chloride in HCl. If your memory is good, tin chloride, sorry, it is not tin and chlorine, it is tin chloride. Tin chloride in HCl. Please look carefully, your water is not there, your water is missing, right? So, water is missing means what? Water is missing means what? Here you can see this is ET, this will become imine actually, this will not become aldehyde. Stephen's reduction, why? Water is missing. Please give me thumbs up. Students will make aldehyde here only. Students will think that here only aldehyde came off. No, aldehyde will not come, imine is coming. Why? Because here you can see what hydrolysis he gave at last, right? If you hydrolysis is given now only, it will become aldehyde. Next treatment with sodium borohydride, NaBH4, right? Sodium borohydride reduces ketone, so I will skip that step. Ketone to alcohol, that I am skipping the step. The next step is hydrolysis, that means putting with water, right? So therefore, here the final answer is, when you this became alcohol by sodium borohydride, this became cis alkene. Esters on hydrolysis gives what? Carboxylic acid. Imine on reduction gives aldehyde, and this is ester, this also on hydrolysis gives alcohol. So you got the compound. Please everyone give me thumbs up fast. I repeat, if you treat with Lindlar, if you treat with Lindlar catalyst, both will become cis. Tin chloride will directly convert cyanide to aldehyde. Wrong. From here they will jump off here directly. This is the mistake you have to do. Please everyone give me thumbs up fast. Quick thumbs up. Agree or not? So this is the dangerous step. This is nothing but Stephen reduction. So if you keep and try this in your mind, you will get the corresponding results, right? Next, moving ahead. This is a bit easy question. The compounds having peroxide linkages. The compounds having peroxide linkages are, easy question, A. This you should draw structure. Without drawing also I can tell the answer. Answer here is B and your answer is D here. Okay, but I will draw and show you the structures. So if you are very good familiar, you have practiced very well, then in for your preparations, without drawing structures also you can do it. Right, this is A, this is B, and coming to option C. Option C, this is the structure of the corresponding acid. H2S2O5, 3, 4, 5, right. D is called Kairos acid. It is nothing but oxidized product of sulfuric acid. Right, dear students? So if you carefully see, here you are having a peroxy linkage, here you have a peroxy linkage. Got it? Right. Now moving ahead. This is a good question, nice question. To form a complete mono layer of acetic acid, okay, to form a complete molar of on 1 gram of charcoal, okay, you have taken 1 gram charcoal. So imagine this is charcoal, okay, imagine this is 1 gram charcoal you have taken, okay, very nice of you, right. To form a mono layer means to form one layer on this, of acetic acid, okay. What did you read? 100 ml of 0.5 molar acetic acid was used, okay. How much did you added? Added 100 ml 0.5 molar acetic acid was added. Now some of the acetic acid remain unadsorbed, means some is left, so some acid is left here. Imagine some acid here is, some acid is left acid here, left acetic acid is there. Okay. Now, how to find out left acetic acid? To neutralize the unadsorbed acetic acid, that is left acetic acid, 40 ml 1 molar NaOH was added. So, therefore, to kill this acid, what is added? 40 ml 1 molar NaOH is added, right. Okay. So, dear students, if you know 40 ml 1 molar NaOH means left, if you know, adsorb you will come to know. Please give me thumbs up. If you find how much is left, easily you will understand how much is on the surface adsorbed, right. So, now he is asking if each molecule of acetic acid occupies P into 10 to the power of -2 meter square. Meter square means clear indication, he is talking about a rectangular surface area. The value of P is how much, right, and he gave surface area of the charcoal, he gave the Avogadro number, units he have given to you, right. So, now we will start. So, step number 1, step 1, acetic acid taken is how much? Acetic acid taken is 100 ml, 0.5 ml. Acetic acid adsorb how much? We do not know. Acetic acid reacting with NaOH is how much? From here we can find out. So, if you take, we know that molarity is equal to N by V. So, number of moles if you take, this is M into V is to M into V of this. So, this is 40 molarity is 1 into volume 40 here, molarity is 0.5 here into volume is 100 here. So, this will become 50 and this will be 40. That means, this is limiting reagent, this is excess reagent. So, therefore, here 10 millimole is reacted here, correct, 10 millimole. So, it reacted with how much? Only with, so 10 millimole. That means 10 millimole means if you divide it by 1000, then you will get 10 to the power of -2 moles you will get, right. So, therefore, this 10 to the power of -2 moles of acetic acid got adsorbed, please, got adsorbed. This is the first information we got, right, the first important area, okay, right. Got it, everyone? Now how much is the total moles absorbed is this much, then we have to go for the, for each molecule, for one molecule is asking, for one molecule is asking, then how much I will show you. So, what calculation you can do very easily, right, is that then, so 1 mole is 6.022 into 10 to the power of plus 23 acetic acid molecules it will carry, correct, right. Then 10 to the power of -2 moles will carry how many molecules, that is 1, and surface area is there. So, total if you solve it, so per mole, per acetic acid if you want to get, then it will be surface area 1.5 into 10 to the power of 2 surface area divided by 10 power -2 molecules into Avogadro number, 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. On solving this, you will get the answers. Is it clear? Got it? Got it, everyone? Okay. Good question. This is the most easiest question in the full paper, looking very hard. This question is looking very hard question. In reality it is not at all hard. In my opinion, this is the most easiest question you can solve in the examination. How sir? Explain, how did I got? See, he is saying that vessel 1 is there, okay. Vessel 1 details is given to you. Here vessel 2 details is given, correct? And he is asking the elevation in boiling point solution for vessel 1 percentage with respect to vessel 2 he is asking. So, elevation in boiling point percentage means he is asking delta TB he is asking you, correct? Let me rewrite it once again. He is asking delta TB. So, the basic formula for delta TB we already know this. Delta TB is equal to Kb into weight of the solute by molecular weight of the solute into 1 by weight of the solvent in kilogram into Van 2 factor I. This is a fundamental formula which we have to do. Now, he is comparing two vessels. I will also compare two vessels. Ready? Chalo, first vessel. So, delta TB for first vessel is equal to W2 is the non-volatile solute. So, Kb into W2 grams divided by. Further, both the vessels are at the same temperature and pressure. The molar mass of X is 80% of that of Y, right. So, molar percentage of X is 80. So, let us imagine it is 80, okay, into 1 by weight of the solvent W1 in grams he gave. Grams means you can take this as 1000 by W1, right, into 1 to factor 1.2. Why 1.2? He is saying that the 1 to factor of X is 1.2 greater than that of it, right. Now, moving ahead, this is over. Now, delta TB of the second vessel is equal to Kb for this. Here also he gave W2 in grams and this is 100. How 100? If this is 80%, this will be 100 into this will be 1000 by W1 grams into 1.0. Why? Because it is 1.2 times he is saying. Now, dear students, if you divide this whole equation, and solve, right, cancellation Kb goes, 1000 goes, and here final answer you will get delta TB 1 by delta TB 2 is equal to, you will get 1 by 80 into 1.2 by 1 by 100, right. So, I think I have already calculated before the class. Let me check, did I brought that value? I think I have not brought that in the class, okay, no problem. So, this will be bigger number, this is smaller, just multiply by 100, you will get in percentage, finish. Very simple question, very simple question. So, it is based upon the fundamental formula, right dear students. Now, moving ahead, oh my goodness, this is based upon biochemistry, but it is a very easy question. This is very simple question. Here, according to me, this is the most cheapest question in the paper. Earlier question was easy, but this is the most easiest question, the cheapest question of the full advanced paper. Why? I will tell you, right. Now, all of you are tell me, I will solve it here only. If you know only one point you can solve, only one small point from biology you should know. What is that one small point of biology you should know? That adenine will pair with thymine with 2 hydrogen bonds, or thymine will pair with adenine with 2 hydrogen bonds. Adenine with thymine, 2 hydrogen bond, thymine with adenine, 2 hydrogen bonds, complementary base pairs, and guanine will pair with cytosine with 3 hydrogen bonds, or cytosine will pair with guanine with 3 hydrogen bonds. Correct dear students? That means if A is there here, then 2 hydrogen bonds will be there here. If T is there here, 2 hydrogen bonds. A is there here, 2. T is there here, 2 hydrogen bonds. A, here, so 2 here, 2 here. Here T is there, 2. So, if you add all, how many? Let me once again check. A, T, A, right. 14. So everybody can see that 14 hydrogen bonds are there from adenine or thymine. Therefore, 14 into, he is saying that per hydrogen bond 1 kilocalorie of energy, 1. So this is 14. Total 14 kilocalorie per mole. This part is over. Now coming to the other side, here guanine with cytosine 3. This is again 3. This will form 3 bonds, 3 hydrogen bonds and 3 hydrogen bonds. Oh, the last one I forgot to calculate, sorry, 3. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. So therefore 18 into each how many? 1.5, 1.5. So this will come approximately 27. So he is asking, split it, you want to separate it, right? If you want to separate it, you have to cut the whole, all the bonds you have to cut. So how many bonds here? 14 and this 27. Therefore you have to supply 14 kilocalories plus 27 kilocalories, total 41 kilocalories you have to supply to break the full bond, to cut off from here to here. Because if A is here, T is here, G here, C here, T here, A here, C here, G here, A here, T here, C here, G here, G here, C, T A T, G C, T A C G. Okay, good question, simple question, good question, nice question from JEE Advanced. Now, alright, this is another simple question. Okay, if you know one small formula, you can solve it within no time. Right, this one small formula you have to know. What is that small formula? Look here. Now the sample initial, before I teach you this formula, I would like to tell you that T is equal to 2.303 by K log base 10 A naught by AT we write, correct? Or we also write T is equal to 2.303 by K log base 10 100 by 100 minus x. We also write this formula T is equal to 2.303 by K log base 10 anything initial by anything final. You can apply this to bacteria also, or T is equal to 2.303 by K log base 10 A upon A minus x. Like that you can modify this into many different formulas, right? I think some ad has come here. Okay, no problem. Right. So using this formula, if you come back, so the initial sample, so all of you, if you take A naught, so at initial time, initial time, initially it contains U-238 isotope of uranium with some of the U-38 radioactive decays into 206. That means initially if you take 1 mole, 1 molecule if you take, then initially A naught will be 1 upon 270 238, no, sorry, 238 plus 1 upon 206. At given time 80, it will be 1 upon 238 sample, correct? Right. Now he said that half life of uranium is given. So therefore half life is nothing but T half is equal to 2.303 upon K. What is asking? The sample, the ratio of the masses of found in the sample, the value of P is okay, right? So K into log base 10, what is A naught? 1 by 238 plus 1 by 206 by 1 upon 238 you do, you solve it, you will get the answer, simple. Right, dear students? Oh, this is a bit easy question. This is not at all a hard question, right? Okay, so let us go reverse manner. P4. Everybody should know that P4 is what? Tetrahedrally arranged, right? From here to here there will be a bond. So, one molecule has come tetrahedral. Next, copper tetracyano, we know that it is strong field ligand and it has square planar geometry, we know from our basics. Third one, ICl4 minus. ICl4 minus is equal to AB4L2. If you carefully see, it is AB4L2. So, therefore, I will be here, Cl here, Cl here, Cl here, Cl here, right? So, one lone pair comes here and one lone pair with negative. So, 4, 5, 6. Because iodine belongs to 7th group. -1 means 1 electron has been accepted. Iodine have 7 electrons. From 7, 4 went off in bonding. 4 went off in bonding, correct? 5, 6, 7 here. Minus means 1 extra electrons come. So, that this extra electron I am trying to put by a dark line. So, this is nothing but square planar geometry. Fourth one. Fourth one, platinum, oh, palladium. Palladium, you know, it forms generally square planar complexes. Platinum and palladium complexes are square planar. Fifth one, PCl4 plus. So, PCl4 plus nothing but PCl4 plus is equal to AB4 molecule. How AB4 molecule? I will tell you. Phosphorus has 5 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus means this electron is lost, correct? And from here it is forming 4 bonds. So, therefore, it is AB4. AB4 molecule is what? Tetrahedral, right? Then comes Xc, xenon tetrafluoride. So, xenon tetrafluoride structure is same like what? ICl4. Its structure is same like ICl4. So, till now 2 structures came tetrahedral. Monica, I will explain you in short time, okay, right? Got it? Next is what? Next, we know that NiCO taken 4 times, this type of compounds are called carbonyls, or if you take NO taken some X number of times, these are called nitrosyls. Nitrosyls and carbonyls are having what geometry? Tetrahedral geometry. So, whenever strong field ligands are there like cyanides, nitro compounds, etc., then you know DsP2 hybridization, right? So, I will give you one tip and leave the class. Leave the class here. Whenever the hybridization is sp3, the shape will be tetrahedral, and this will happen in weak field ligand. Whenever it is DsP2, it will be square planar and it will be strong field ligand, right? Okay, this question is very lengthy question. Be ready, we enter into paragraphs. Ready? Okay. Now, dear students, before I continue teaching paragraphs to you, this very important paragraph, just I will have one small sip of water. Can I get water, please? Just one sip of water. Be in the class. Just a second. So, 1 second, please. Sir. Okay, sorry. Some water fell down on my t-shirt. Right, sorry. So, let us continue the class. Okay. right? It's okay. I'm shouting so a little bit feeling thirsty, right? An organic compound P having molecular formula C6H6O3. Okay. Compound P C6H6O3. Very good. Next, gives ferric chloride test and does not have any intramolecular hydrogen bond. Okay. So, if you add ferric chloride FeCl3, it will give violet color, then the test is called positive. And in this, no, what is he saying? No intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So, dear students, those who are watching to me, this paragraph will never come in any future IIT advanced questions. But what you have to learn from this class? How to solve paragraphs. That you learn from me. So, you see I am reading and making a map of it, right? Next, the compound P react with 3 equivalents of hydroxylamine to produce Q. Okay. So, this is reacting with 3 moles of hydroxylamine to form a compound Q. Treatment of P with excess of methyl magnesium iodide in the presence of KOH produces R, methyl iodide. Okay. So, P, if we treat with excess of methyl iodide in KOH gives compound R. Okay, it is giving compound R, right? Then R reacts with excess of isobutyl magnesium bromide by treatment hydrolysis give compound S. So, isobutyl magnesium halide followed by hydrolysis to give S. Please, all of you all, do you agree? What did I did? Look here, all of you all. What did I did? I converted the paragraph R, reaction of R with excess, right. I converted the total number of methyl groups in the compound, right. So, look here. So, looking to this data, it is giving ferric chloride. If you see the formula, ferric chloride test is given by 2 compounds. One, carboxylic acid will give and phenols will give, right. But if you want to make it carboxylic acid, there are only 6 carbons are there. Please listen. There are only 6 carbons are there. If I want to make carboxylic acid, one extra carbon will come out of the ring, it will come C7. Therefore, it should not be carboxylic acid, therefore, it must be phenol. Therefore, I am writing here phenol. Minimum 1 OH group. Now, balance left over is 3 oxygens, obviously. I have to write, I have to take 3. Now, the question is, you will say, sir, why did you wrote 3 in far away places? Because I will tell you, here he is saying that this is reacting with 3 moles of hydroxyl amine. So, this compound can undergo tautomerism and it can form a form called keto form that will react, and this is called tautomerism. Based upon the solvent, this is actually more in majority, but here. So, if you react with hydroxyl amine, then that compound, if you react with hydroxyl amine, then what will be Q? Then Q will be this compound, NOH, 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 correct? Now, the same compound, if you react with excess of methyl iodide, so everybody should know that KOH will pull hydrogen from KOH will pull acidic hydrogen, that is this hydrogen it can pull. So, dear students, KOH will take this acidic proton. So, KOH will take the acidic proton minus negative will form, that negative will attack on this, therefore, R will be methyl, 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 double bond O. Now, it cannot undergo tautomerism because alpha hydrogen is not there. Therefore, now this negative part will go and attack here and this will shift here. Therefore, compound S will be what? So, exactly speaking, exactly speaking, compound S will be this one. So this will become OH, this will become OH, this will become OH, this will be isobutyl, this will be isobutyl, this will be isobutyl, and this will be 2 methyls here, 2 methyls here, and this will be 2 methyls here. Now it is asking, right? So we got everything. Now we will see the problem. The first question is molecular weight of oh, this is a different question. Okay, paragraph changed. Oh, sorry, here it is. The total number of methyl groups in the compound S is. So dear students, how many methyl groups are there? Let us count. 1 methyl here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So you can see 12 methyl groups are there, right? Got it everyone? So you can see when paragraph came, first I converted the paragraph into statement, then I have converted it, right? Now moving ahead. Next problem, an organic compound P, same model, same paragraph only, but another new paragraph. An organic compound P with molecular formula C9H18O, P, C9H18O2, right? So what I am doing, first I will convert the paragraph into a flow chart, then I will think the answer. Decolorizes bromine water and also shows positive iodoform test. So if you treat with bromine water, so it will become colorless. Okay, that means alkene, this double bond is present, because this can be done by alkenes or alkynes. Then this can also react with halogen in base and form CH3. This is called haloform test. Therefore, it is indicating that you are having a terminal alcoholic group or a terminal ketonic group, right? Next, P on ozonolysis followed by treatment with hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen peroxide means what? Right? It converts aldehyde to carboxylic acid, gives Q and R. Okay. So this you are doing ozonolysis in H2O2 is giving Q and R. Next, while compound Q shows positive iodoform test, okay, compound Q positive iodoform test. So that means positive haloform test, but R will show negative haloform test. Then Q and R on oxidation with pyridine chlorochromate followed by heating. Oh, sorry, P, this is reacting with pyridine chlorochromate, then heating also, right? Q on oxidation with pyridine chlorochromate and heating gives S and T. That means S will come here. And this one, if you treat with pyridine chlorochromate and heating, give T. Both S and T show positive haloform. Oh my God, right? So S and T both are showing positive haloform now. This is also showing positive. Initially it is showing negative, but now it is showing positive haloform. Right? Next, complete copolymerization of finite molecules of Q and finite molecules of R, give 1 molecules of acyclic copolymer U. First question is how many oxygens are there in S and T? Everything we can solve. Please tell me, if we solve this para, we can solve the whole problem very comfortably. So I will show you the answer. So this statements, if you observe, it is clearly indicating that the compound P must be A. The ratio of carbon and hydrogen is not 1:1. therefore it must be acyclic compound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here I am writing OH. You will say, sir, why are you writing OH this corner? What is the use, sir? Because if I write OH here, it can give haloform test positive. So satisfying the condition, I wrote it. Okay, sir. Next, here I am writing OH here. Why? Because one compound in future is not going to give haloform test. Okay, sir. Next, and double bond somewhere here I am keeping. If I keep here also or here also, I can try. Now I will show by red color what is happening. If you do ozonolysis, compound Q, so you cut off from here. If you cut off from here, compound Q must be CH2 COH, correct? And compound R must be COOH, this is CH2, this is OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, 9, correct. Now this compound, if you treat with PCC and heat, right, if you treat with PCC, this will become ketone, heat, that means this compound will now become butanone. Initially giving, not giving, because you can see ethyl group is there, but after heating your carbon dioxide is also lost, and now it is giving. Now coming to this side, PCC converts alcohols to ketones, and this compound must be S, right, and releasing carbon dioxide. Right, is very beautiful question, very tough and interesting problem. Right, now dear students, the question is on Q and R. Everybody can see question is on Q and R. So if you see the page, you got OH, this is COOH, this is Q, right? And if you see the page, where are we? Yeah, this is OH, this is R, Q and R. Okay, so if you are very good in polymer chemistry, you know we studied polyhydroxybutyric valerate. That model of question this is, and if you see I have already calculated the atomic weights because time wastage. 1 second please. Yeah, so one of the weight of this is 104 molecular weight, and the weight of this is 118. Please check it, 1-2 units plus and minus. Now molecular weight of U. So what is molecular weight of U? So therefore molecular weight of U will be equal to molecular weight of Q into 500 plus molecular weight of R into 500, correct? So this is equal to molecular weight of this is 100 in Q is how much? Yeah, Q is 104, 108, 118. So 104 into 500 plus 118 into 500. One interesting thing I am showing you. From this you have to minus 18 into 499. Why? Because 18 is nothing but molecular weight of water. Water also you have to supply. Why? Because P and Q when they react, then they will lose water. Yes or no? Then they lose water. OH from here and H from here, they will lose water. Yes or no? So water molecular weight 18 in minus 499 you have to do, n minus 1. So you are going to get the molecular weight of U. On solving this, you will get molecular weight of U. Beautiful question. Now this question is a bit easy. When potassium iodide, this is an easy question relatively, right? So potassium iodide is added to aqueous solution of potassium iodide formula Ki, potassium ferricyanide is K3, FeCN taken 4 times, right? A reversible reaction is observed in which a complex P is formed, okay? That means it must be K4, FeCN taken 6 times. If it is reversible, it must be Ki3. So to balance it, here you have to take 3 and potassium take it here 2 3s are, this is 2 4 and here you can write 3. Potassium is here 6 9 8 right 8 9 right, correct. The number of moles of potassium iodide required to produce 2 moles of P. So here I can see, anybody can say answer from here. So 2 moles, this is P, the complex P is here, right? So how much required? 3, you can see directly, right? Next problem here is number of zinc ions present in the molecular formula of Q. So when potassium, the equilibrium shift to P, okay. That means if you take K4 Fe taken 6 times, if we treat with zinc ions, then it will become Zn2 FeCN taken 6 times plus 4 K plus 1 ion will come out. Okay, dear students, next. Okay, so I think our chemistry part is also completed. Okay, dear students. So, dear students, from this paper we have learnt one lesson. What? Paragraph solving must be very fast, and for paragraph first make a chart, then solve it. So, the most important time consuming for you will be paragraphs. So, okay. So, dear students, please give me thumbs up, or any doubts is there you can come and ask me online. Now only I will clarify anywhere, okay, because this is based upon maximum, based upon the memory based of the students, 99% it is accurate, right? So, any problem, anybody want to ask anything? If no, we will end the session and we will meet with further coming up section. Okay, dear students. Okay, Monica, Gayatri, Dhruv. Okay, okay. Thank you, dear students. Have a nice day. Best of luck and best wishes to everyone, especially those who are preparing for coming up here 2025. I advise you that please be very clear with concepts. Don't try to study big books, very tough books. Don't do that. Don't go and purchase fat books, big books from market. Your friend is saying no, don't do all that. I recommend everyone in the class be very perfect in NCERT first, right? And those who are watching us at Infinity Learn, we are having our own module in which NCERT knowledge plus some extra knowledge for advanced been added, and we are having our modules. So you can log on to our website and check the courses we are running now. We are about to start a long-term course, grade 11 course, grade 12 course, dropper batch course, that is grade 13 course we are starting. So those who are interested, please log on to our website and meet us shortly, sweetly and as soon as possible. Okay, and any queries are there, all the queries will be solved on our Infinity Learn on our Infinity Learn platform. Okay, dear students. So till then, have a nice day. Take care. Bye all of you all.